This will be my last test. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for going live and then not going live. Live, bro. Don't go live, bro. Live, bro. Don't go live, bro. But I think I got it to work. I don't have chat right now. Let me make sure. Refresh that. Hey, it's Stain Sable. It's a miracle! Pop out chat. Hell yeah. Alright. I think we're good. Should be good. At least. It's not dipping anymore. What happened? I don't know what happened. You guys want more Adrian, or do you want me to start taking calls? It's up to you guys. I can, What happened? My OBS kept dipping from 3K back to 0 to 3K back to 0 every, like, 10 seconds. So that was the weird part. I can go get Adrian back right now. More calls with Adrian. Adrian for a few more. Alright, let me get for Adrian. 1 second. Yes, I do have the newest update version.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
All right, we're back. Thanks, World Sad.
Issues like that are the most annoying thing as a streamer. It'll just ruin
It just
anyone's mood.
kills you, right?
It does. It ruins anyone's mood.
We had a good rhythm going on, but I guess we're back. And yeah, what I'm doing is trying to get into the mind of the Ice Poseidon viewer. Why do they watch? Why did they shitpost? Why did they hate? Why did they love? And should normies like me and people I know be afraid for the future of society that this is a thing? So I'm taking some calls. Hello, you're on the radio. Can you hear me? Hello, you're on the radio. I'm Adrian Chen. Nothing. Do you usually get these many dead
Not that many, no.
Why are all these people dropping? Hello,
No,
you're on the radio.
down there. Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Well, shit.
Hello, you're on air.
What's up?
Yo.
What's up, Adrian?
Nothing. So, why do you watch Ice, man?
I don't know. I found him through Andy Milonakis a couple of years ago.
It's working.
All right.
He's funny. He's weird.
What brings you to calling in?
I was kind of hoping to talk to Voltasat once the stream shut down, but
Oh, sorry about that. Have a good one. Maybe next time. Hello.
Yo, Adrian Chen.
How's it going?
Yo, how's it going, dude?
I'm good. How are you?
I totally forgot what I was going to say. I totally forgot what I was going to say because, are we even on right now?
We are. We're live. Yeah. Why do you watch Ice?
Okay, why do I watch Ice? I started watching Ice right when he got banned off of Twitch. So, like, I knew about Ice from, like, highlight videos and shit because I used to watch Twitch a little bit. And then, yeah, he got banned. He got a shitload of hype. He made the move to YouTube, and then started watching a lot then. Like, around the Haley era.
What do you like about him?
What do I like about him? He was pretty fun to watch. The RV streams and shit, like good events were fun to watch. Pokemon Go was fun to watch. What It Do streams for a little bit, they were kind of fun to watch, but then they got old. What else do I like about him? I mean, like, he's a funny guy, but recently, I don't know what's up with him. I don't know why he acts like, not like his shit don't stink, but he definitely does not act like how he did a year ago or 2 years ago.
So you see a lot of difference. What do you think's changed?
Definitely, it became more of a thing about, like, viewer counts. It became more of a thing about, like, I don't know, I'd hate to say, like, clout, but, like, I guess I have to say clout. It became more of a thing of, like, making highlight videos for YouTube, and I don't know, the community is still there, but it's definitely not what it used to be.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are upset about that. Like, exactly that.
Well, this
community is definitely
this is a problem, right, with any sort of personality or entertainer. They grow bigger. Their old fans feel alienated, feel like they sold out. Do you think that this is anything different than something that happens to, like, a musician or, any other kind of artist?
Let me give you a perfect example, right? So, like, some people watch Howard Stern, right?
Yeah.
So Howard Stern, I would say in, like, the early 90s or 2000s, he was very popular. He was very controversial. He had a lot going on. A lot of fans enjoyed the craziness and, like, the fact that it was something new. And now he's kind of, like, watered down. A lot of his fans just he still has fans, but, like, a lot of the people who used to listen to him probably don't.
Right.
So, like, it's probably something along
So
those
it's a
lines.
similar thing then. All right. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate your input. Have a good day.
Yeah, dude.
Hello, you're on the radio.
Hold on, let me mute the stream. Alright.
How's it going, man?
Alright. It was going good until I heard that toxic conversation earlier with the IP2 mod. I mean, dude, listen, I guess, look, they're a little trolly, and I guess they admitted that they're a little racist and stuff, but that's really toxic. But, I mean, what is ICE supposed to do when, they're tagging him in hackings and stuff? And I mean, is he supposed to keep his fucking Reddit open and embrace it? No, he's not. Like, that's just stupid. So it just needs to die down a lot, and then the Reddit will come back.
You are in danger of being labeled a yes man in the chat, I think, with that answer. But I definitely...
Dude, it's what ICE is doing. And I don't give a fuck about that.
I know.
It's what ICE is doing, and he needs to do that to grow, dude. Just because he got a mansion doesn't mean he's fucking goddamn Jake Paul making edited videos, for Christ's sakes. Like, goddamn.
No, I hear you. I hear you. I think any creative person needs to both be able to speak to their fan base and grow, and I think the fact that he came out of the particular place he did makes it very hard to maintain that balance.
Yeah, I mean, people don't understand that, like, I mean, he has to do that with the Reddit when stuff like that happens in the mainstream, dude. He has to. I mean, he tried to censor it, the characters and all that. I don't go on Reddit. Just, like, I'm a normal because Reddit's just toxic, and I just like to chat.
You just like to go on the chat. All right. So yeah, can you tell me briefly why do you watch ICE?
He's funny, dude. Like, his persona, the way he acts. At first, I was like, wait, there's no way. He has to be playing a persona. Like, there's no way he's actually like that in real life. But I found out through watching him more that he really is like he is, with the way he acts and talks and stuff, and just he's funny, dude. And he's entertaining, and he's definitely one of a kind. I mean,
Yeah.
who the fuck is that arm thing, dude? You know, like, but
Cool.
I mean, it just all this stuff just needs to die down, like with the Reddit thing.
Yeah.
Like they're doing more harm to Ice than good. I mean, if he wants to get back like he was on Twitch, but be like that, but on YouTube, he can't have all that racism and toxic stuff and hackers on Reddit and people hacking Mayor Twitter's accounts and tagging his name in it and stuff. And then they're like, oh, why did the Reddit get deleted? Well, maybe you shouldn't have fucking done some stupid ass shit like that, fucking dumbass. Like,
right. Well, I think, yeah. The thing is that a lot of those people, I think, are acting, maybe just because they think it's funny, but I think there might be an undercurrent of sort of wanting to make sure that he can't grow beyond a certain point by, doing these kinds of things like hacking, and tweeting a bunch of racist stuff and making him look bad, and. So that's one big issue he's dealing with, and I don't know how that's going to work without sort of more control over the fans. But that just also doesn't seem really possible at this point. I do think on some level the ship has already sailed.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, really, he should have done that a long time ago, but. I mean, you are right about that. It's gotten out of hand where, like, it's just, like, now he's just now trying to change because he let that go on for so long that it's really hard to get that under control.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I appreciate your feedback, man.
All right. Take care, Andrew.
Right. Yeah, I think for me, one of the interesting things about what's going on, and maybe... I don't know if you agree, is just like outside of whether or not it's good or bad, clearly things are changing. He is trying to grow. He is trying to change to a thing. And for me, I'm fascinated by, like, will he be able to do this without just totally crumbling and totally destroying what made him.
Right.
And I think that it's like... I do think that he and everybody involved probably now regrets the kind of laissez-faire attitude they took to a lot of this stuff before.
Right, but then that was 2 years of it. That's the core base, is that kind of freedom. It's interesting, right?
Yeah, you can't really imagine. That's the thing, is like you can't really imagine him without that.
Right.
That initial thing.
Totally.
So I don't know. Like, it's not a straightforward thing at all. Yeah, hi, you're on the radio.
Hey, Streamer House, by the way. All concrete walls, by the way.
What's up, man?
Nothing much. Just chilling, watching the show.
Yeah. So why do you watch Ice?
I don't really watch him all too much anymore. I feel like he's sort of creatively bankrupt. I do shitpost on the Reddit. I do laugh at the memes. I don't consider myself super toxic, and I don't call or any shit like that, but I do enjoy the whole experience all the same, I guess.
So you're mainly a Reddit shitposter now?
Yeah, I'm there for the community, for the memes they make, I'd say.
Okay. What do you have any particular beat on the Reddit that you like to contribute to?
Not anything. I mean, I just make memes. I just do shitty photoshops. Just
and why do you say that he's creatively bankrupt?
I mean, he struggles to turn on his own stream. He doesn't follow any schedule. He totally pisses on the community. I mean, look at his next event. His next event is a crowdsourcing idea to get ideas for a future event because he can't come up with anything of his own.
Well, yeah, that's an interesting way of putting it. I mean, I think crowdsourcing, it's a way to get the community involved and stuff, but I see your point. All right, well, thanks for the contribution. Talk to you
Yeah, no
later.
problem.
Hey, you're on the radio. Hello? Hello, you're on the radio.
Hey, Adrian. I just had one question for you. I know
Okay.
you have questions for me.
Of course.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Do you like Sloppy Joes?
Oh, hang up. Oh, thank God.
What's that?
It's a stupid meme from another streamer.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, you're on the radio.
What's going on? Yes, man, chat.
Yes, man. Hello, you're on the radio.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, sorry, I was playing a game. I wasn't sure when I was going to get answered. So I kind of just wanted to talk about how a lot of people talk about what they don't like about ICE, and
Yeah.
I kind of have a different opinion than what everyone else has.
Okay.
For me, when I got into ICE, it was over 2 years ago. It was when he was still on Twitch, and actually even before the Pokemon Go stream. So the reason I'm in the community is because I like ICE. What ICE is trying to do is he's trying to build a network and get us to like other streamers, which really, like, that's not really what I fell in love with. That's not what I'm interested in. And I feel like it's just kind of like a way for him to make money and make content without actually having to do anything. So he's kind of having all these other streamers do it, and like that's just not really what I'm into, you know?
Right.
They all have different personalities, and they're not really ICE. So.
Well, it's sort of all over the place, right? There's a lot of different kinds of content and brands, and there's not really a coherent thing going on.
Well, yeah. I don't know. That's kind of my opinion on it. I guess what I do like about him, though, and like to kind of assess some of those qualities, it's kind of just like he kind of reminds me of like the person that doesn't really hold back, but not in the negative way. Just kind of someone who's not afraid to be themselves. Doesn't really kind of have any like social pressures to sort of act in a certain way. He'll kind of just say what's on his mind, do what's on his mind, not always like in a negative way, but sort of just hello.
Yeah, and do you feel a lot of pressure to act and say certain things in your life?
Well, I mean, to an extent, right? Like, I don't just go around like telling people like, oh, what to do, and just sort of, I don't know. It's just it's something that's abnormal. Not that word kind of has a negative connotation, but abnormal in the sense that it's just it's unique, you know? It's pretty cool and refreshing.
Cool. Well, thanks for calling in.
All right. Can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
I'm not sure if you can relay this to Voldasad, but actually, he was in my dream last night, and like I was kind of just hanging out with him, and like I don't know, we had a couple laughs, and I'm just like, damn, Voldasad's in my dream.
You hear that? Voldasad, this guy you were in his dream.
Oh.
Last night.
That's cool.
He said that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. Hi, you're on the radio.
Bunch of dead air.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hello, you're on the radio.
Yo.
What's up?
Got a couple questions and stuff. First off, just want to be like, who 93? Who 93?
I don't know.
Unfazed.
I don't even know what that was. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
What's up, Adrian?
Nothing. How are you?
Good, I'm doing good. I just wanted to talk about this whole like Ponzi scheme and everything.
Okay.
So, even like before all this shit popped up, how the hell is ICE gonna pay off this mansion?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he's got all these investors and everything, right? And this is a giant house, and he's got to pay it off somehow. But like his numbers are dwindling. His like his donos are down. Like
Mm-hmm.
realistically, if he doesn't get another thing, is he just gonna be in debt for this house? Like how the fuck is he affording any of this?
Well, the investors are paying for it, so he doesn't. That's
Right,
that's
but
how
you
he's
gotta
affording.
pay back your investors eventually, right?
You don't have to pay them back, but they expect to make money eventually. It's not like they're loaning
Right.
you; they're investing you the money, and so it might be a bad investment. And if it doesn't work out and they don't actually create something that has value, then the investors will lose their money. But it's not like Paul will have to pay it back.
Yeah, it makes no it just seems like the worst investment ever. Like I don't know who these people are. It makes absolutely no sense to me.
I personally would not put my millions of dollars on the line. But I think I don't know. Like I think it's people are just looking to get in this space, and Ice Poseidon has a thing behind it, and I think the people who are involved probably are used to a risky investment, so they're okay. And once you have a lot of money, it probably $2 million or whatever they invested isn't that much money.
Right, but it's like I mean, I don't think Ice doesn't even make that a year. You know what I mean? It just seems like the worst investment of all. It's just odd. It's just weird, just thinking about it.
I was honestly pretty surprised that it actually came in. I was not expecting that to ever happen. But I don't know. It just goes to show there's a lot of money out there, and a lot of people have weird ideas. What? You have another question?
Yeah, I have a question for you. So you don't work for the New Yorker anymore, right?
No. I'm freelance.
Freelance.
Eat chicken.
Are
Can you answer
expecting
my
our
call? I'm
core
calling
assets
from a
to buy your book?
707 820
Sorry.
hash.
Say it.
Are you expecting us to buy your book?
I would love it for
When it
you
comes
guys
out?
to buy the book. Anybody who is interested in this stuff, I would love for viewers to read it and get something out of it. I would love for people outside the community who have never heard of it. I'm writing it so that somebody who has never experienced this can understand and enjoy it. But I hope that people who do this, who spend a lot of time watching, will buy it.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. That's about it.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Yeah, that was it. That's about it.
Hey,
All right, thanks, man.
Hello.
you're on the radio. What's up?
Hi. So, to answer your question about whether or not it's, abnormal or weird that people are so passionate about live streaming,
Yeah.
I don't think it's any different from, the last 20 years of, people being interested in reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of the same kind of thing, but the only difference now is that the audience is far more connected with the content creator. And especially with using ICE as an example, this can cause loads of problems, because I think really what ICE's community is for a lot of people is a form of escapism, especially from how rigid and politically correct our society kind of is right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think for a lot of people watching the streams, it helps them feel like there is a space where you can kind of just be absurd and crazy, and it doesn't necessarily have to be political or meaningful. And I think that the way he's changing the community at the moment, trying to make it a more corporatized, investor-friendly type thing, it's taking away that aspect of the escapism, because now it's of course racism bad and everything, and saying the N-word isn't a good thing. But on the same tangent, that's kind of the foundation that the community was built on. And for that, I think that's kind of what's causing the aggravation in the community to extent, not necessarily that they can't say the N-word, but this type of change, if you see what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What? That sort of brings up another question for me is why, I don't know if you were listening before, but IP2 was saying that they were basically started because people wanted to say the hard R. Why are people so obsessed with the N-word? Why? If it's not racist.
I don't think it's because the thing is they used to say the F word, and they say stuff like tranny and shit like that. So it's like, I don't think it's always been like a racially charged thing either. It's just been always about like towing the line and going to the extreme that like it's forbidden.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think like there's supposed to be like a political meaning behind it, and it doesn't even reflect most of the views. Like, I think it started because like, especially when Twitch was unregulated in the way it was in the beginning, for a lot of people to go into Ice's like chat when he was like doing like, you know, the RuneScape drops and all this shit, like, and to see people being so crazy and free, like, I think that's where I think that's where the appeal was, because it's like in your everyday life you can't do any of this shit while you're at work or while you're like hanging out in a public space.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of like I think like society right now is being really politically correct to like a crazy degree, and I think like a huge portion of the fans like were a fan of Ice because it was a space where they could be like, fuck all that. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so they perceive what's going on now as cracking down on that and losing, I mean, basically selling out that core part of what's going on.
Absolutely. I think that's exactly, like, I think that's where, like, a lot of the pain is coming for a lot of, like, especially the old friends. Like, and especially people who have gone to IP2 to, like, you know, be able to be more edgy or whatever the fuck. Like, well, I think that's also the reason why Ice is, like, getting, like, extra doxed, and there's callers at every time he goes to a place, and like he can't really do what he used to do because people are angry that space is like kind of being taken away.
I think I agree with your interpretation. I mean I think that the sort of free speech part of his brand, the edgy part, was like very important in the beginning. I'm curious for you, you know, because you're talking about that aspect of it. I always have an issue sort of trying to delineate between, right, what's trolling and what's sincere. And whenever you encounter people who are in these communities, they always say, "Oh, that's trolling. It's ironic. It's just a word." At the same time, I know from experience that a lot of that, you know, not everybody maybe, but a significant amount of people who are in these communities who are using this kind of language and actually do turn out to be racist, right? And I'm curious for you, how do you draw the line between that? How do you see getting involved in this, not as being in a racist community, but in a trolling or edgy community?
I think especially as like a girl as well, I keep my interest of this community like completely private. I don't talk about it with most people in my life. Like, I'm a bigger fan of Ice than my boyfriend. So and like I don't know, I'm quite left leaning, but not really. I don't really care about politics that much. But like, and he's even like, whoa, sometimes they're saying some like pretty racist stuff here. But like, for me, the reason I'm watching it is because it's like, I've been in leftist communities where, like, saying one wrong word can get you ostracized or doxxed or, like, whatever. Mm-hmm. And, like, his community was such an appeal to me because it was, like, a place where that wasn't happening. Like, people were just saying whatever the fuck they wanted, and there weren't really any repercussions, and, like, everybody was having a good time about it. And, like, I think that the community is kind of split like this. It's, like, there's, like, 30% people who are, like, genuinely, like, you know, like super racist or super sexist or super homophobic, who don't really get the irony like that would like be coming from like someone say Voldemort. But on the same tangent, like the other like, you know, 70% or whatever, I think it is all in good faith. And also I think they do the same as me. It's not like a thing you tell about people in your life. It's like the secret thing you're into. Like, I'll happily tell people, oh yeah, I like Greek gods or Destiny, but I never, like, in conversation bring up Ice. I feel like, nah, they might think I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think, I mean, writing this book and hanging out a lot in this community, I tell people about it, right? But, you know, I'm doing it for work, and also I've noticed nobody takes the time to actually look it up. It's sort of, impossible to really understand without a lot of work to get it, so it's sort of inaccessible in that way. And I guess you know, you're also a woman, and are there a lot of, how many viewers of Ice are women, do you think?
like none, like
None?
very few. And also, like, all the girls that I have met through like the subreddit or Discord, they're all pretending to be boys. So it's like there's not a chance that any of them would ever like get that closely involved in it. It's just a stupid thing to do. It'd be really, really dumb. It's dumb for your safety, etc.
Yeah, and your mental health. Voldesad said he thinks 3%.
Yeah, I would say exactly. Maybe even less than that, but yeah, about there.
So what is it about you that makes you attracted to this as a woman?
Because as I say, I'm involved in a lot of circles where it's quite politically correct, and for me, it's like I truly believe that like Ice, like that Paul isn't a racist, and like he's definitely like a little bit, you know, he toes the line a lot, but I don't think he is like he's not homophobic. Obviously, the guy's kissed a million men, like. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I just think that like for me, I can see a side to it where it is like just fun, absurd escapism in this current like environment in our society where everything is so like you can't say this or like you can't be like this or else you just get attacked or doxxed or ostracized or told that you're a bad person. And I don't know. I just like the escapism aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean I think like as many people can probably tell, I'm much more to the left than anybody in this community. I would easily be qualified as a SJW by most people. And you know, I think I am actually a lot of times sort of disturbed by the racism and the sexism and that when I wrote the article, I don't know if did you read the New Yorker article I wrote?
Yeah, I did.
I got an email from a woman who was sort of complaining that I went too easy on him in terms of the sexism, saying, well, you know, what he's doing is basically like street harassment. It's, you know, violent in a way of sort of turning this camera on these women and, you know, subjecting them to this like energy. I'm curious, like, because I was sympathetic to that argument. Like, on the one hand, it's just, you know, it's all fun and games. On the other hand, if you ever see, like, a woman who gets on the stream or is attractive and they manage to track her down, it's like, it is this sort of very scary mob thing that happens.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happens to every single one of his girlfriends.
Right.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That's why most of the girl fans stay secret, and I think that like most of the female fans I talk to, like we've never talked like, oh, that What It Do stream was great. It's mostly the other content. Like I don't really tune into that shit that much, but I'm not necessarily really offended by it or anything. But it's definitely not better content than that anyway, because most of that shit was fake in my opinion. Like the I don't know, like just a lot of it was just a bit ridiculous. So.
Yeah. I think no, I am coming to like try to have a more nuanced position, but you know, coming into it, I was definitely sort of looking at this, and I wrote about it in the article, but sort of, you know, as a symbol of this sort of like scary white masculine underbelly of the internet that is sort of coming up, and I think that's what a lot of people see this culture as, just sort of the id of what's going on. But obviously that's one part of it, but there's also a lot of stuff that is happening that's actually very interesting and sort of like maybe tied into it, but not at its core.
Yeah, and I would also say though that like I think Grimoire has talked about this exact thing before, and I think that she's like a perfect representation, because I know everyone says trap blah blah, but like she's like a perfect representation of like a female Ice fan. I think it's like, yeah, like it's that type of edginess where you just want to be ridiculous and you want to kind of like escape the expectations of everybody. And I think that she's like a perfect example of why this community would be appealing to women, like especially people interested in like absurdist comedy. Like, I find a lot of what Ice does really similar to like Tim and Eric as comedy, like to a weird degree. So like that's what's kind of appealing about it to me.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling in. It was really interesting.
No problem. I really, really enjoyed talking to you. Huge fan, and I hope the rest of your investigation into this world goes well.
Thanks. Have a good one. Hello, you're on the radio.
Hello, Adrian.
What's up?
I just want to talk about Ice. I'm an older generation person and watched for a long time, and I just miss his old content, going from like the Steak and Shake down here in Florida to all kinds of streams. And right now, I believe that Hyphonics is the king of CX right now. He is doing great streams and has good content.
Okay.
And I feel like Ice lost that touch, and Hyphonics is just finding it now, and he is in his zone and killing it.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like people go through, ups and downs? Like, I feel like having watched Ice for a while, there's always ups and downs, and generally when he's down and you think, oh, this is it, somehow he comes back.
Yeah, he's in a lull right now. I just don't know. And I'm not there, so I can't tell you what's going on. But yeah, he's definitely in a lull, and hopefully he can get back to what he was doing, because what he was doing is entertaining. And I feel like it was less edgy, his older content, but it was still edgy, like the last caller was saying. I think it's kind of gotten like over the edge to where it's pushing his community through that way.
Well, people keep talking about old Ice, and I think it's hard to understand when they're talking about. What do you mean by old Ice?
I'm talking about when he was living in Florida, going to Steak and Shake, hanging out, playing RuneScape, those days. That's when I started watching Ice.
So pre-LA Ice.
Pre-LA.
Did you? How did you feel when he made the move to LA? Were you excited, or were you just like, "This is it"?
I was excited at first, and a couple of the streams he had in LA were good, and then after like the 1600 era of the apartment, he's kind of lost it. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like the old viewers that I talk to, generally say 1600 Vine was sort of like the LA part that they liked, and then after that it became what, like too many leeches or something? What was the problem after that?
I don't know. I can't put a finger on what changed. Maybe just the people coming in and out.
And how did you start watching?
I started watching them on Twitch when I was fairly young, and just caught one of the streams and just got addicted to one.
And in your opinion, are all Ice viewers depressed, lonely incels?
Maybe the majority.
Maybe majority.
Maybe less, the 5%.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for calling.
No problem, Adrian. You have a good day.
You too. Let me know if you ever want to come back, but I'm having a good time.
If you're having a good time, that's totally fine.
Hey, you're on the radio.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi.
I'm so glad that you are on here taking calls, because I'm close in age to you. And listening to you, I feel like I look at things very similar that you do.
Okay.
So I watch Ice more as like I like observing. I come from the generation too where social media, when I was his age, wasn't this big. So it's interesting to watch people like actually live streaming, and
all right. Sorry, got disconnected there. Hello.
Hello.
You're on the radio.
What's up?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. What's up?
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Wait, whoa. I'm in the car?
Yeah, you're on the radio.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me turn off the stream. All right. Hello.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I gotta say, I don't think Ice has changed.
You don't think Ice has changed?
No, I think like just the people in the streamer house is the problem.
Mm.
Like who has content in the streamer house besides Wolf? And explain how Ice changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides Hyphonics too.
Yeah. Well, I think
Wait,
people say he's changed by. Well, I think one thing I hear often is that his ego got bigger. You know, that he used to be more open to fans, more open to people, and now he just sort of walks around like he doesn't owe anybody anything.
I don't know how he interacts in real life, but well, from what I see is like, you know, the only thing that's really changed is just that he don't stream as often.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I think the real problem is just the people in the streamer house. It's not the right people.
Okay. Who would you want in the streamer house?
EBZ for sure.
You would want EBZ.
Cause I'll just like how he slaps people. Just people who are down to fight. Really.
See, I think that that's what they're trying to get rid of. You know, it's not. I feel like I understand
well,
why.
I can tell because they got all pussies up in there. So.
Okay. Well, you like fighting, all right? So that's sort of that's sort of one kind of content. Like there was a lot of fighting at one point, right? A few months ago.
And I think that's when he was doing it big too, like the UFC. X3 and all that, or X2 and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that like some of his biggest events?
I think the UFC X was one of his biggest events, and then, you know, when he got in those fights with Hampton Brandon, that was a big moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you like the fights?
No, I'm just saying, like I guess like violence attracts attention or something. I don't know. That was just more entertaining. Like what? Okay, put it this way: does Tracksuit live there?
No.
Well, his streams are boring. All he does is act high.
Well,
He's not really high.
He just got kicked off, I think. But why do you like the fights? Why do you like the fights? I don't like the fights. I think it's really
You don't?
No, it's really hard to watch. Also, being here, I don't want to be around people fighting.
Well, don't have to necessarily fight, but like just like maybe like spar with gloves or something, or wrestling. That's pretty entertaining to watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just stuff like that.
Well, so you want to bring back the fights. All right. Thanks for the call. Hello, you're on the radio.
What's going on?
Nothing. How are you?
Doing pretty good.
All
right.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
What you got for me?
Well, as I said, I'm trying to get into the mind of the Ice Poseidon viewer. Trying to understand why people watch Ice, why there seems to be so much hate on him, and also why people are so invested in him. So, yeah, why do you watch?
I watch for the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
The chaos is the main thing. I guess the only reason why I called into this station is to talk about Ice as a bigger picture.
Okay.
So look at all of his influencers in his life. When he first started streaming, his chat, his Reddit, that was his main influencer, right? They were propping him up. They're propping him up. That's when he was giving his best content. That's when he enjoyed streaming. Now, if I was in Ice's shoes and I had his Reddit, if I had the amount of poison going into my ear, I know this is probably like the worst thing to say on here, but if I had that going on for 24/7 my whole life, I would be down and I wouldn't want to stream anymore either.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like he's got a bad rap right now. I think he deserves a little time to chillax, gather himself. I mean, he's got a lot of shit going on. He's trying to run a company, apparently. I have no idea. I don't know it. But just all of that in general would just wear a guy down. So I think censoring, closing down the Reddit, getting rid of a lot of that negativity in his life
Uh-huh.
would help him a lot.
Yeah.
Get him back to where he can feel good about streaming again. And I think that's kind of like key number one to get him back to where he needs to be and have everybody enjoy his content again. I haven't watched a ton. I've watched a lot of his RuneScape streams just because of the community. However, this community transformed into a monster that has been kind of plaguing him wherever he goes. So I think if they can present themselves better, I think this might be something that can be really good for him. The CX network, building a competitor.
I think, I think, you know, at the risk of sounding like a yes man as well, I agree that the amount of hate, I mean, if you went on the Reddit, there's no denying before it was shut down, it was just toxic post after toxic post. And I think one thing is that it's not just how it's affecting him, because I think he can handle it. It is sort of like, and I think he said this as well, it is like also the effect on other people who maybe aren't as used to it, how it's influencing them. You know, I think one of the things is it makes you very paranoid about, are people saying things because it's getting fed to them from the Reddit? Is it their honest opinion? And I know people outside of this community might think that, oh, that's just blaming the Reddit bullshit. But once you're inside, you do realize how much influence the viewers have on what's going on. You know, when they say they don't like somebody, when there's hate against somebody, when they make a big deal about something, that becomes an issue in the real community. And so that when it's just people who are trying to cause chaos and havoc and take people down, that is what the mood of the community becomes. And so I think just from purely a person who knows now Paul and the rest of the people, I think it's good. It was good for them to get that out of their life. But on the other hand, I think one reason why it took him so long to do it is that it was a really important source, maybe not towards the end, but especially when I was there a year ago, it was a really important source of like where he would get content ideas, where he would have interaction with the community. I think he really valued that connection. He would just read every single post and laugh about it, and so I think that presence in the stream made it special, because like that symbolized the connection that he had to the viewers. That really made it so that viewers could have a really immediate impact on what's going on. And I think the challenge will be, okay, maybe getting rid of some of the negativity while also maintaining that connection. I don't think that he's figured that out yet. I think that he's got rid of that one problem. There's nothing to replace it, and some of what the flailing around and maybe the slump is about is trying to find that new direction.
I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, what portion of the entertainment business can you have a direct line with your viewers in real time, right? And taking advantage of that is exactly what built him up to be such a big influencer.
Right.
It's really scary to see someone have to go through that. And you mentioned that he can handle it and all that stuff, but I mean, God, deep down, that's got to just stick with you. Some of the shit that people say. I know everybody's just trying to be edgy, it's a joke, all that kind of good stuff, but man.
Right. And I think that one underestimated reason why that Reddit was kind of a bad influence and sort of toxic was the karma point system of, you know, people trying to get karma and turning it into this game where it really was about, you know, people make it seem like the Reddit was this free speech zone, or that it should be, but even something like IP2, which isn't moderated, is still being very influenced by the incentives built into the message board. And so it's not just people like freely talking with each other, it's actually like a lot of people are motivated by trying to get karma, so they're going to post things that are controversial or you know, kind of feed into this group thing. So I think Reddit, even in its most unmoderated state, is much less free and much more geared to sort of like this, you know, toxic mentality than people might think. But I appreciate your call, man. And yeah, anything else you wanted to add?
No. Perspective. Perspective is huge. And if you look at what ICE is trying to build, outside perspective is going to be a very big determining factor on what goes on here on forward.
Got it. All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Hello, you're on the radio.
Hey, Adrian, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. I've been watching ICE probably since near the start, I guess, near the RuneScape times. I still watch him occasionally, but not so much anymore. I just feel like over time he's got kind of like, he's just getting less and less likable, like he's harder to relate to. A few days ago, like, I think it was a few days ago, he if you're in your 20s, it's normal that you do, I think it was MDMA or cocaine. And like, in what world is that normal for a 20-year-old? I just feel like he's kind of in he's just not relatable anymore. Like he thinks unlike most of his viewers. He's just changed a lot, I guess.
So somebody asked before, how has he changed? Because they didn't believe it. How has he changed in your opinion?
I think, well, a lot of people say his ego's got a lot bigger. I believe that. He's definitely not the same person he was in Florida. It seems like he kind of thinks he's above people now. Like, his viewers are lesser than him, I guess.
Okay.
Like, before he did seem relatable.
Give me some specific examples of you know, the ego problem or not, or thinking he's above viewers. What's a specific example?
Yeah, the ego. I guess thinking he's above people. One example would be when he does these streams where, remember when he did a stream to find a housemate, somebody to live with him, and he pretty much just wasted people's time from Craigslist doing fake auditions to be his roommate. He didn't compensate them in any way. That's like one example I see.
I see.
The Martin guy he invited over, he wasted his time, just kind of things like that.
Yeah, I get that. And so you're saying that he's and that's not what he was like before.
No, like before, he'd definitely be like trolly, like he'd troll people, but he wouldn't waste people's time in a manner that caused them inconvenience, I guess.
And what keeps you watching then? Are you still watching?
Well, I watch occasionally, just kind of, I guess, in the hopes that he might change. But it's also kind of, I guess it's bad to say, but it's also kind of watching the downfall of him, because he's just, I don't know, it's eventually going to happen. And
you think so? Are you looking forward to that? I get the feeling that a lot of people are watching to see
like
that.
50-50. Like, I kind of want his streams to get better. I want him to do well. But at the same time, if he did have a downfall, it would be interesting to watch. Like, I wish he'd have the content he used to have, but it's 50-50 really.
Okay, well, thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a good one.
day.
All right. Yeah, so we're getting some good perspective from like longtime viewers. I'm curious if there are any very new viewers out there. If you've started watching maybe in just the last couple months, or since moving into the house, or since the past year. If you're a new viewer, please call in, because I think I'm understanding the old viewers a lot, but I'm curious, like, who are these new people coming in? Because he still has viewers, and there's still people. Hey, you're on the radio.
Yo, I'm not a new viewer.
You're not? Oh, that's
But I
cool,
have to
but
ask-
what's up?
I have to ask you something anyway.
What's
Wait,
that?
so Adrian, you have a room in the house right now?
I actually don't know.
So I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on like Wacky Chan and fucking Bruce Leach downstairs? You know, just somehow managing to have two spots in the house when you could potentially have pretty much almost anybody better in the house. Has better content, better atmosphere, better everything for the house. But instead, you have two random Asian people who, in essence, are doing what the butlers should be doing anyway, which is pretty much cooking.
Well, I gotta stand with my Asian brothers in solidarity, and, you know, good to have a little more Asian in the house, but I think
That's horseshit, though.
I'm joking. I don't know,
No,
like,
I know.
they you know, they're cooking a lot now, actually. So they're doing something, but.
But let's be real here. Like Ice eats fucking McDonald's and like garbage 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Do you really think that housing somebody in a house in a mansion is really worth cooking?
Right.
Fucking 2 or 3 meals for them?
I do not think. I definitely don't think it's the most. It's not the most.
I think that stuff like that pisses off the viewers too. You know what I
Really?
mean? Like, it's kind of a fucking spit in the face. Not like, and I also wanted to say, not everybody here is like super fucking invested. Like, it kind of I think you're kind of giving off the stigma that like everybody's like fucking rock hard dick for Ice. Like, I feel like people don't bat an eye when somebody like is like a football fan. Let's say somebody's a crazy basketball fan, football fan, baseball fan. They go to the stadium, they go crazy. I've been to a Yankee game. I've heard people say fucking crazy horse shit. You go to a Red Sox game, people are saying the N-word, saying crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like people give a kind of weird stigma to people who watch Ice when in reality, it's just kind of like the way shit is now. You know what I mean? People are edgy. People say shit.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, I've seen sickos in the fucking chat, like fucking Frodo Ball, not in the chat, in Reddit, like Frodo Ball Baggins. Yeah, of course you're gonna have your fucking outlier of crazy people.
Right.
But majority of us just, you know what I mean? We love having fun. We love the community. Not everybody's a fucking weirdo. Not everybody's a fucking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I think I think that's fair, and my questions were sort of portraying the stereotype that I think people have when I tell them about this world. But also I think you're right that there are people who are, you know, much more casual and like they just, because there's so many people in the Reddit, because there's so many people in chat.
How am I Somebody in the chat just called me a Frodo supporter. I literally just called Frodo like a weirdo for investing a lot of time into this. I'm definitely not a Frodo supporter.
You think he's one of the more invested people?
Yeah, some people.
Like,
I mean,
who are the people who are the
Reddit.
most like invested? Do you think?
I don't know. I hate to say the name, but if you go on IP2, there's some crazy people like Frodo who end up fucking posting on 20 ults and just saying some weirdo shit. But like, not everybody is like that.
Yeah.
Not everybody does that shit. Not everybody cares about that shit. Like, I go on the Reddit, I go on IP2 just to go through the Reddit and laugh at shit. Some people, of course, post fucking 100 pictures, post 100 things, but me personally, I don't think everybody's like, you know, continuously fucking saying shit about Paul, saying shit about the community, fucking red pilling people. Like, there is some people who do that, but there's a big amount that don't as well.
I think you're right, and I think that but I think one reason it comes off that way is that the people who are that obsessed have a disproportionate influence in the community. You can see them more because they spend so much time and they have tools like Reddit to organize and sort of make their voice heard. But I appreciate that, you know, I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but when I think about the distribution of viewers, it seems like, you know, 50% or 50% are very
that make everybody look bad.
Yeah, but 50% are just pretty casual, and maybe like, I don't know, 10% of the people are like really really invested, and then like 5% or 3% are just like really really into it. But yeah, and
wait,
so
but I didn't hear your answer on like having the two Asians. So what do you think that? What do you think up with that?
I definitely think that it's not the most efficient use of the mansion. There definitely could be better people in here. I think you could say that about pretty much everybody. I mean, I don't think that. I think that the way that they're staffing the house right now is very haphazard, and you know, people are going to come and go, so it doesn't seem to me like just because they're here now means they're going to come they're going to be here forever. I think that it seems to me like people are just throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks, and if they're gone, they're gone. But yeah, I agree with you that like it's not the most efficient use of the space, but also nothing is efficient about this place.
Yeah, I hate to ask you so many questions. So what do you think about SSJ's like pure control of the house. He pretty much is, if let's be real at this point, from a viewer standpoint and somebody with a little bit of common sense, he's pretty much controlling almost everything that happens in the house when it comes to outsiders coming in and when it comes to people who are living in the house. So what do you think about that whole thing? Like how it went from Ice's house to kind of like to the Scuffed house, where it's now a Scuffed name and it's not really.
Well, I don't know if he's controlling everything. I think that he, Jacob, and Paul have a pretty equal partnership in all this. I do think he's got a lot more influence than he did before, but that also makes sense given that they're in a business relationship together. And I think that, you know, if you think about who's in the house, who's been in the house, it's like Hyphonics, Cassandra, and
but
Only Use Me Blade are the main people, and
perfect.
And
perfect. Let me explain real quick. Sorry to interrupt you, but look at who's in the house right now. One, as somebody who watched Ice for a long time, Cassandra made a quick vamoosh and left the fucking community for how long, and then ended up in the streamer house instead of people who, like, you know, are in the CX community, like Scuffed, Jim Carrey. SJC at one point was the only person who was streaming on the fucking Ice Poseidon website. He streams every day. He might not pull the most viewers, but, like, let's be real. Who's more fucking CX? Scuffed fucking Jim Carrey or Cassandra, who stares into the fucking camera? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think that ties into the sort of...
Or you could have somebody like Grimoire who's actually consistent and fucking... I feel like Grimoire.
I think Grimoire would be a great.
Put her time and work in.
Would be a great addition. I don't think she wants. Doesn't seem like she necessarily wants to, but yeah. So I don't know. I think everything is up in the air. Like, one thing I've realized by hanging out here and reporting on it on the behind the scenes is that it's not as coordinated or organized as it seems. Nobody knows what they're doing. It's all up in the air. It's in a very early stage. You know, I don't know. I've never been on the ground floor of like a company before. I know that a lot of companies have like a lot of chaos, but I think it's still shaking out. So nothing is certain. That's what I'm saying. I think things will change, but I do agree with you that, like, the choices are not totally don't totally
it's not
make
only
sense
that,
to me.
it is a little, but, like, everybody enjoys shit being kind of scuffed. Everybody enjoys shit kind of being spontaneous and, like, nothing really being planned. But it seems like the stuff that is being planned, aka the people who are living in the house.
Chicken.
Adrian, tell us about interviewing and your impressions of DPR. Do you think Ross is innocent?
Literally, like,
Don't scam me.
The downfall of Ice, seeing the view. Oh yeah, what's up with the view bots last night? Watching that shit was literally insane.
I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah,
11K to 2K. It kind of just makes you think, like, wow, how many other streams have been botted? Even if it's from an outside source, like somebody fucking with Ice,
right.
God knows how many streams have really been 2K Andes, and you see them as fucking 8K, 9K. It really makes you think about shit. And it kind of gives the appearance that, like, the Scuffed house is more than what it really is. I mean, if you see 11K views from, like, a financial standpoint,
right,
and the investor's like, oh yeah, everybody's doing great, but when you see it drop down to 1.9K, it's kind of like, oh shit, I see fucking Hampton Brandon getting double those views without even living in a motel.
Well, I honestly can't say if it's view bots or not. I saw those numbers switching. It was definitely weird. I will ask people here about what was going on there. But yeah, thanks for your contribution. I'm gonna take another call, but have a good one.
All right.
I just wanted to quickly address somebody named Kevin left a donation about interviewing DPR. This is a story I did before. Dread Pilot Roberts was the founder of Silk Road, the drug market on the dark net that got busted. And I actually never interviewed him. I talked to him in email over the message system in the Silk Road, and it was pretty normal. He seemed like a smart guy who had a lot of political ideas about what he was doing. And did you say, do I think he's innocent? I definitely think he did it. I think all of the evidence is there. I don't even think he's saying he's innocent anymore. But thanks for the donation. Hi.
Hello, Adrian.
Yeah. You're on the radio.
Sorry, buddy. Can you hear me again? I'm driving and I'm sick.
No worries. What's up?
Okay, I wanted to talk about, at least put in my 2 cents. Alright, so I'm 26. I've been watching Ice for a long time. He's definitely not dead. This is just the beginning. He needs to wear all his achievements on his shoulder, relax on the ego. Everything he's built, he's living in a fucking mansion with all his good friends around him. Everyone's doing very good. The toxic people are leaving, and he can grow from here. He just needs to get up, get the consistency, deal with the criticism. None of that's going away. As soon as he gets back on his feet, starts giving the content, everyone's going to fall back in line. Everyone's going to be happy. And there's still going to be toxic people, no matter what. There's still always going to be that person that doesn't want you to succeed. So they're still always going to be out for him. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, people like Boldazat, people like Myphonics, people like Grimoire, they need to all get behind his back, dust him off. He did a lot for them, he brought them up. They need to fucking grab him by the hand and take him out there, get him going again.
Yeah.
He's just going through a rut. He's done a lot. Like, he's done a lot. He sacrificed his whole life for everyone and this content. And like the old man said, yeah, he's probably fucking beating Kimberly's pussy and just laying in her lap. Like, Kimberly needs to also support him. He can't just run there. Like, Kimberly needs to love him and build him up and get him back out too. He's having a hard time. Like he's human, just like every single viewer is human.
Yeah. All right. Well,
this is just the beginning. Like, he's gonna do great. He's gonna grow.
I appreciate your call. Your mic is a little scuffed, so I'm gonna have to hang up. But have a good day, man. I think yeah, he was saying that he thinks Ice is gonna. This is just the beginning. That he can overcome everything. You know, I think that's a minority view from people talking. Just a reminder, I'm Adrian Chen. I'm a journalist. I've been hanging out for months now. I'm writing a book about all this, and Voldasad was kind enough to let me take over his radio show for a little while and talk to viewers. And what I'm interested mainly is just getting into the mind of a CX viewer, and why do you watch? Why do you love Ice? Why do you hate him? Why? How have your feelings changed over time? What does it mean to be a viewer of Ice Poseidon right now? So, hello, you're on the radio.
Hi, how's it going, Adrian?
Oh, it's great. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Yeah, so I actually had a question for you.
Okay.
How much of the last few months, like, clearly Ice's personality's changed a little bit as far as, like, his mannerisms. He seems almost like he's a little sunken.
Definitely.
What was that?
Oh, I just said definitely, yeah.
Oh, yeah. How much do you attribute that to? I mean, straight up, I know Voldasad's real, so I know he has this thought, but how much do you attribute this to, like, just the fact that he does a ton of drugs? Like, he looks like a drug addict, you know? Like, I mean, not to be mean, like, everyone's a human being, but he legitimately looks like a drug addict. His eyes, his face, the crow's nest, and I feel like the people around him, like, last night was funny because he was doing an intervention for an alcoholic, but it's a drug addict trying to do an intervention for another drug addict.
So, why do you say he's a drug addict?
Because he does drugs regularly.
What?
And I think he's dependent on them because he talks
what drugs?
About it a lot. What's called modafinil.
Oh, modafinil,
as well as cocaine, as well as the leaked pictures of the pill cabinet with several prescriptions.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
I don't know about any of that. I mean, I know he smokes a lot of weed. I know he's been on modafinil. I don't know if he's on that anymore, but, I do think the substance issue is probably contributing to, I don't think it helps. I think it's a coping mechanism. I know a lot of people. I mean, I sometimes will drink too much or smoke weed when I'm feeling depressed, and it doesn't help get you out of it. It helps you cope with it, right? And it actually sometimes will contribute to it. So I definitely think that's part of it. I don't think, as you know, he swears he doesn't do coke. I've never seen him do coke. I have no reason to believe that he does do a ton of coke. I'm pretty sure that's just a meme. Like, there's no proof. There's no,
there's no proof. You're right. I guess it's just the fact that he has, especially certain nights, where he sniffs and rubs his nose.
Yeah.
Constantly. And this isn't like, oh, he got sick for a couple days, so, this is like for now a couple months, or for a month or so, there's a million clips where he's just rubbing his nose, sniffing like crazy. And even how much he sniffs and how he sniffs, it's like, clearly like, no one's dumb. Especially a lot of the viewers now are in their 20s, and they're, they've been around it, they've seen it. I feel like it couldn't be more obvious. A lot of times, the dude seems a bit strung out. Like, we have those people downstairs cooking for him, but he legitimately needs a true friend to be like, yo, you need to fucking sleep right, eat some goddamn vegetables, and stop doing drugs.
Yeah. I think that, like, so what you're saying, basically, you're trying to separate, like, his fault and his responsibility from maybe the community or the Reddit that people often blame his mood on. And I think that you're right that he lives an incredibly unhealthy life, regardless of how many drugs he does, right? It's like he wakes up at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., stays up all night, is on the internet way too much, doesn't eat healthy, but I think outside of all of that, which definitely contributes to things, I think outside of all that, it's a bigger picture that his life is basically completely tied into the stream. He has no, life outside of the stream, really, and I can confirm that from being here. Like, he's never, like, going out and hanging out with secret friends or, doing anything that's not really related with all of this. And so I think that it really is the fact that if the stream is going well, then his life is going well, and if his life is going badly, the stream is going badly, and they're very interrelated. They feed back on each other, so there's no, it's very hard to separate the stream from his life. And because the stream has so much of viewer input, and his life also is sort of dictated by what goes on the stream, it's just like, I think that relationship is the thing that is wearing him down and is just sort of unsustainable, and especially with this huge transition is just compounding the stress of, moving, of changing his life, changing what he's trying to do. And I don't know, like, I can sort of relate in that I moved out here to do this book. I quit a job, I'm starting a new thing out here.
Oh God.
And
oh God.
Yeah, right. R.I.P. me. But so, like, yeah, just he's simply moving and starting a new thing is stressful enough, but he's doing this all in front of a huge audience, and I don't know, it's like, I think that would get anybody down, and especially when you're alienating your old audience and sort of trying to move to something new.
Completely agree with you, man. And I actually think, like, that is clearly an issue, which is why it's hilarious that he moved into a situation where he will be on someone's camera 24/7. He doesn't get a reprieve.
Right.
So, like, what's happened is now he's, like, turtling, doing drugs, treating his body like shit, hiding in the house, not going out. He has no space. He has no privacy. But I mean, dude, this, like, legitimately, the guy needs an intervention. He doesn't look well. He doesn't look healthy. And I hope there's a friend in the house, like a legitimate friend that sees him as a human being, not just like that aren't just leeching off of them, that can really talk to them, like or maybe with all the fucking random people doing nothing in the house, maybe they can hire like a life coach,
right,
or something. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. I think that I've long thought that somebody needs to help Ice on a sort of personal level. I think he could definitely use therapy. I think that he
has to get out of that. I mean, if the guy's going to be happy and reclaim his life and start putting out good streams, because I was a huge fan of his streams, but God bless, man, they're few and far between now. But the guy living in that house in the current situation, it's going to be a downhill spiral, man. I mean, that's what that's what I see, and I don't see how any of his problems are going to be fixed. I mean, by being around a bunch of alcoholics, Blade's an alcoholic, Cassandra does drugs, pulled out drugs on stream the other day. Like, there's not a lot of good influences.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hyphonics and Boldesat seem like genuinely decent human beings, but
right.
aside from that, there's just a lot of toxicity floating around.
Yeah. So do you actually do you have a? It seems like you care about his well-being as well as the stream.
Well, I guess to be honest, I don't watch his stream anymore. I now watch Boldesat and Hyphonics, and
Okay.
I'm actually this is the most interaction I've ever had. Like, I've never donated. I don't have a Reddit account. I've never went on Discord. I've just called into the show a couple times.
Mm.
So I mean, I definitely, as human to human, I can see that the dude is in a bad spot, and I know Boldesat feels the same. Of course, but when you're around a bunch of people who don't give a fuck about you, and you're that low, that's a recipe for disaster, my friend.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your perspective. It's still a lot to think about. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Yeah. I think that. Yeah, I don't think that this is a healthy place for people to live necessarily, but I think one of the things that is interesting is just the fact that having a good life and having a sustainable life seems to be in direct contrast with having a good stream, especially given the kind of content and the kind of things that people like about Ice. But Vold is just chilling right now. I'm taking his place. Who is this weirdo? I'm Adrian Chen. I wrote the article in the New Yorker about Ice, and now I'm writing a book about Ice. And Boldesat said I could come on here and talk to viewers and hear about their why they're into Ice. Hey, Boldesat's back. People are asking, who is this weirdo?
If you're still having fun, you're more than welcome to keep going. If you're
Yeah,
getting
I mean,
over it,
I got nothing else to do. I'll do it for a little more.
all right, sounds good. I'll check back in a bit.
All right. Hello. You're on the radio.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, yo, what's up?
Nothing.
Hi. So you said you wanted to talk to a new viewer.
Yeah, a
and
new viewer.
I'm fairly pretty new. I started watching maybe during the summertime. I think when YouTube had the live trending page for about 1 or 2 weeks, and he was always on the trending page. So I clicked it, and I think it was the a UFC stream, and I saw people just beating each other up. Seemed like a lot of fun. And then ever since then, I kind of just been kind of stuck, and it's just kind of my entertainment. Like people said, it's pretty much a more intense version of reality TV, if you think about it, because you have a live chat and it's completely live, and reality TV is kind of you film it, but then again, I'm playing Apex and I just fucking died, but yeah, so it's kind of like that, and I've seen the change that people have been talking about, because it's pretty obvious.
But then again, like, I don't watch like every day. I'm not like a super fan like most people. Like, I don't have a Reddit, but I do go on Reddit, and I don't really see the big deal of Reddit because, like, when I go through it, it's just like pretty just like funny posts that are pretty true. Like the things about PD, like, yeah, he does look like Frankenstein and like a school shooter. And it's like pretty funny, like, you know, like it's true, like that's how he looks like, and it's funny. So I don't see why people are so butthurt about like Reddit. Like, I don't see how like it ruins people's lives, how people say it does. So.
So you think people are making a big deal out of it, like when they say, oh, it's depressing and stuff like that?
Yeah, like just have a tougher like skull on your head, like, you know, like you put yourself out to tens of thousands of people and you expect everyone to be nice to you. Like, no, like people are obviously going to roast you if you look weird, like PD, or if you act like an idiot, like Tracksuit acts like a freaking cuck, to be honest. Like who goes up to girls and does like, do you want to go bowling? Like, that's so cringe. Like, that's, you know what I mean? And like, obviously he's going to be made fun of, and it's just all jokes at the end of the day. Like, Reddit is just a place where people could go and just make jokes, and that's pretty much it. But I don't see, but I don't see how it's like so toxic that it needs to be closed down.
No, I understand, because like if you just look at it from the outside, it just you see a bunch of shit talking. Why does it matter? Just close it. Don't look at it. It's funny. I think one of the things that is hard when you're actually in it, and I'm not in it that much, but I think I've experienced it a little bit, is just like it is this aspect of people around in this community, sort of like, I don't know, people say pandering to the Reddit. I don't know if it's that, but it does influence people's behavior in a subtle way of like, oh, you don't want to be hated by the Reddit, right? It's as simple as that. Like, maybe it doesn't ruin your life, but you don't want to get a hate post, right? You want to do something that like people will like, and you don't want to look bad. And so you might adjust your behavior a little bit or a lot. And I think that when the Reddit is just constantly hating on people in the community then are tending towards, like, you know, hating on people in real life, or trying to start drama with the people that Reddit doesn't like in real life, because that's a way to sort of appease the Reddit. And so more than just the actual posts, it's the fact that it's changing people's behavior in this way. And that when you're in it, you can never tell, oh, is somebody acting like this way because they actually believe this, or they actually doing it, or do they have this ulterior motive of pandering to the Reddit? And I think that when the Reddit is super toxic, it encourages, like, imagine if the Reddit was just like super nice and happy and they liked everything, then people would be trying to do nice things to everybody, you know? And so it's that aspect, and it's paranoia, and it's sort of being like, why is this happening?
Yeah, but I totally get that. But if you go back to like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, when the whole like community was like SSJ this, SSJ that, to be honest with you, like, he was the one like pandering to the Reddit, because he was like, don't put me on stream. But then he goes up to Mexican Andy's stream and goes like up to the stream himself, and like, you know, like, he kind of seems like it was kind of scripted, kind of, you know, like, it was just like, if you don't want to pander to the Reddit, then why are you actually pandering to the Reddit? Like, it was just like, I don't know, but like, I do think like some of the things they do is like content and cool, but like, lately it's just been kind of boring.
You're a new viewer. You started with the UFCX like this past, like, last summer, or last was it? It was just last summer, right?
Yeah.
So you started
probably during like August or like something like that. I started because on the YouTube Live page, and I've kind of just stuck with it because I don't watch TV. So this is just like, you know, kind of my like entertainment, like, you know, like watching sports or watching the Kardashians or something. It's like I said before, it's like a more intense version of reality TV. That's
Right.
exactly what live streaming is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you
And
notice
if you
that?
think about
Do you notice a difference between like older viewers and you?
I guess so, because I mean, people seem really like in tune to his life. Like, why do people care if he does drugs? Like, most of the half of these people like haven't even done Molly, and if you do Molly, you realize that like it's like a great feeling. Like, it's not addictive. I mean, like I guess it can be addictive, but like, you know, like it's not really like that like horrible of a thing to do. Like, a lot of people do cocaine, especially if you're like super rich. Like, you have shit to do, and all you do is do drugs and chill. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't think like doing drugs is like that big of a deal.
Right.
But it's just like these people really care about his life, and it's kind of insane to think about. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a
But-
lot of pressure.
But again, like going back to like him, it's like, why does he care so much about what other people think? Like, I feel like he's very insecure in a way, because if he was secure, he would be like, you know what? Like, fuck the Reddit, like what they say.
Yeah.
Like, I know the real me. I know my real friends and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate your feedback as a new viewer. And yeah, have a good one. So yeah, still taking calls about trying to get into the mind of the CX viewer. Why do you watch? What do you love? What do you hate? How has your relationship changed over time? And I'm Adrian Chen, in case you're just tuning in, and I'm writing a book about all this. Hey! Hello? Hello? You're on the radio. Somebody's having
Hello?
fun over here. Hi.
Hello?
Hi, you're on the radio.
Okay, Adrian. I wanted to say I've read a good amount of your articles, Prob or Not and Silk Road.
Yep.
I enjoyed them. So
Thank
yeah,
you.
there's that. I just wanted to ask, where are you from?
I'm from the state of Vermont in the U.S.
Right. Right. Wow. Well, yeah, I am a New Yorker.
Oh, really?
I do read the New Yorker. Yes. I wanted to talk about a few things about the CX community.
Okay.
Okay, so about Ice Poseidon. I've been watching him since RuneScape, so there's that. So I'm not a new viewer, so you can't get my input on that.
Okay.
So since SSJ has been into his life, it's as if everything went downhill. I don't know the exact date SSJ might have been interacted with him, because he probably kept that hidden, but as a business partner, SSJ should be away from all the streams. He shouldn't be on the camera, and he should just be strictly business. What do you feel about that?
You know, now that I know all these guys, I feel like I have a better insight into what SSJ actually does and his role in it, and you know, I think he's like an important thing behind the scenes. I don't know if like I think that yeah, it might. I don't think that he's always best served by being on camera, and I think sometimes it comes off badly. I think also it's hard being here and not being on camera, you know. And I don't know. From what I can gather, I think that he's using the same template that he did with when he started the Gamer House back in the day, where he lived with them, and that worked out. And so I think that he's trying to, you know, continue that. So I don't really know about how it would work without him actually living here.
Right, that's true. They've been talking about all like how he's gonna live in a different apartment or whatnot, but like they get away from the fact that he still makes these dumb choices, especially like the 70K truck that obviously was blown up on the Reddit, which we'll talk about next. But yeah, it's these stupid decisions that SSJ keeps going along with. The community is really just done with it. Like,
yeah, why do people? But people have hated him from the beginning. There's nothing they could do, right?
Do you really? Because I've been watching for a while now. I'm also a donator too. I'm sponsored, but soon I'll be unsponsoring because I haven't been watching his videos for a while. I've been recently just liking Voltasad, you know. He goes with the whole radio thing.
Yeah.
It's simple, but people like it. Like, you know, at the end of the day.
No, it's good content.
Right. It's the best content right now, pretty much. Like,
Okay.
I can't watch Cassandra. We're literally all waiting for Cassandra to relapse, and then Blade's, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what the hell's up with that guy. Voltasad is the man. That's what I've been saying. I just started sponsoring, and I enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the contribution. Have a good one.
All right. Nick Mode in the chat, boys.
Cheers. All right. Yeah. Also, I think going forward, I'm curious, like, when you call in, maybe you could tell me how old you are and where you are from, just so I can get a better sense of who I'm talking to, because I'm trying to understand who exactly the viewers are. Hello? You're on the radio. Can you hear me? Hello? You're on the radio.
Hello, Adrian.
How you doing? Where are you from, man?
I'm from New Jersey. Where are you from?
I am from, well, I live in LA now. Why do you watch Ice?
I watch Ice because I don't watch TV.
Why are you talking like this?
Excuse me?
Why are you talking like this?
Why do you talk like you talk?
I don't know. That's just my
Exactly.
inherent way of
It's
talking.
just voice. We inherited it from our parents, or maybe it's nurture, nature. I don't know, but this is just my voice. I'm sorry if it offends you.
Okay. Well, so yeah,
Okay.
why do you watch Ice?
Well, I don't watch TV, and I don't know. I just go on the computer a lot, and I say, "Hey, who's Destiny?" Then I discovered, Destiny, the Twitch streamer, did a bunch of collabs with Ice, and that's kind of how I found Ice Poseidon, because I'm not sure if you're aware or not, Destiny helped him build a computer, and he put the Ice Poseidon put the screwdriver inside the computer, zapped himself, and I was like, that's kind of funny. Then Destiny was trying to explain himself, and Ice Poseidon was like, what, taco? I'm not Mexican, or there's some crazy stuff like that. I'm like, all right, this guy's kind of like no one else that's on the platform. I'm going to check him out. He's different, he's unique, all right. So now I'm watching Ice Poseidon, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Caught me a little bit by surprise at first, but then I'm like, damn, this is some shit I can get into. But now the community's kind of turning against him. I'm not so much turned against him. I'm a little bit sad he's not providing as much content as he used to, but I'm still on his side. You know what I mean?
Great. Well, what do you hope to happen with Ice in the future then?
Oh, what I hope to happen to Ice, I hope he... I hope he gets married, gets a nice career. I hope he's very successful.
Cool. And what do you do outside of watching Ice?
Well, I'm a senior in college right now, and that's kind of like my professional life. My personal life, I just play a lot of video games, mostly StarCraft, which I mentioned before. I got into Ice from Destiny, and Destiny was a StarCraft player, so that's kind of what I do. I play other games, obviously, Apex, I play some other shit. I used to play RuneScape, I play World of Warcraft, I play all this stuff. So gaming is kind of what I do in my hobby.
And what do you make of the stereotype that I was talking about? I don't know if you were watching before, but like I think when I talk to people a lot of times about this community, they think it's all just sort of like loser,
No.
incel.
No. I definitely am not an incel, so I would disagree with that stereotype. I think actually a lot of this community, especially the TTD part of it, is very successful.
Oh, really? Successful people.
Yes, successful, outstanding individuals.
Yeah.
The majority, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for your contribution.
Thank you for your contributions to science.
Yes. Have a good one. All right. Whew, this is tiring. People are saying I should play RuneScape. I don't want to screw with this. Hello? You're on the radio. Hi, you're on the radio.
Yeah, Chen.
What's up?
Hey, so I think some of it there to do with ICE. His Reddit, big Reddit, 135K shut down. That's got to play a little bit with your mentality. As far as me, I'm an older gentleman. I lost a lot of credibility with his not being so transparent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the community likes transparency. These chatters aren't stupid, Chen. When somebody's lying to them, they know, they take offense to it, and that's it. You know, any mature viewer that ICE is looking for, he lost from Horseshoe Bay.
Mm.
Any grown person that watched that and doesn't think that is just a shit on mankind is not the kind of person that ICE is looking for in the future to watch his streams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he should, a lot of this shit him and SSJ were taking, we're going on to other streamers. You know, viewers were going to their room and just criticize all the network. Maybe the big CEO should have came out and made this statement.
Right.
You know,
the communication is not very good.
It's garbage because he's downplaying his viewers, and that's the whole problem here. He thinks these viewers are a dime a dozen. He built his community around toxicity. If he wants to clean it up, like everybody knows he's trying to clean it up, why doesn't he just come out and have the big CEO announcement, say, hey, listen, this is where we're going. I can't get one single fucking sponsorship because you guys are berating them.
Right.
You guys are so off the wall here, I can't even make no money. Meanwhile, Greek God X is making millions, Soda Pop's making millions, little Miskit that sucked his balls for a while is making millions. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's got to play on a man's dignity and his honor.
I think he was definitely very upset with the fact that his own viewers were sort of keeping him from succeeding in some ways. You know, like, I'm not all of them, obviously, but...
Chan, he's keeping himself from succeeding.
Okay.
You know, he's not transparent. He deflects everything. Oh, it's a meme. It's a meme. No, these viewers speak the truth, man. He thinks everything's a meme. He's deflecting everything.
Right.
And that's not, if you're not being accountable, how do you expect grown-ass people that watch your show to think you're fucking even human?
Right.
No, for real. You know what I mean?
So you want him to be more... you want him to be more responsible, or what? Because I thought that part of it was...
No. Chen, I want ICE to be ICE Poseidon. I don't want him to be fake and phony like he has been. Mm-hmm. Where's his arm thing? Where's the tongue thing? Like, just be yourself, man. If they want to watch you, they'll watch you. Don't lie to them. Like that Caroline Burt thing when he's lying, thinking 10,000 people are retarded believing him. Come on now.
Right.
Who believes that shit? You know, I'm looking in the chat right now. Look at all these. You think all these people are stupid? No, They know, man. So I just want ICE to be ICE. Uh-huh. And then people, if they want to watch his content, they can watch it. The guy has a butler sitting on his knees, and he spits in his fucking mouth. Is that the kind of viewers that like that? Is that what ICE is going to right now?
Uh-huh.
Like, let's be real, Chan. You want to see another grown man or Petey, Petey take a mouthful of alcohol and spit it into somebody's mouth? Is that content to you?
That is not my idea of content, no.
Then why the fuck do you think everybody else wants to watch that content? How come ICE thinks everybody wants to watch that content?
Yeah.
Real talk.
Well, I think it's worked for him.
Listen, Chan, I don't care what you Chan, I don't care what you think. I heard enough of what you think by the last 10 callers. I am telling you that if ICE is trying to change his persona, it's very apparent to all these smart people in chat, then he should come out and make a statement and say, hey, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
Quit trying to trick these people.
That's
as far as Cassandra in the house, come on now. Cassandra in the house, like FJC or not, the guy did stream every day. He is CX. Like, he helps out CX, where Cassandra's just in and out. I get it. You need some pretty girls in the house. You know, you need to put that image on. You need to look like you have a lot of viewers. I get all that persona. But these people in this chat are too smart for that bullshit. How the investors got sucked in, I have no idea. And that's kind of all I had to say, Chan. Like, if the guy was transparent, more accountable, more, you know, if he's looking for that good, wholesome crowd, Jake Paul crowd, spitting in people's mouths ain't doing it, man. And that's all I had to say, man. This is 88 Metal Mania checking out. CX in the chat, boys.
Okay, thanks, man. Wow. Seems like people agreed with him there. I think that I was a little overwhelmed by the forceful nature of that call to really grapple with what he was talking about, but I do agree that the communication issue is a thing.
Chicken. Adrian. What if Ice goes IRL? Nearly all will be fixed, but the guy is terrified to go outside. That he has no loyalty is gone. Mexican Andy and Blade will be in his past few streams. He has defo been on something. Look at him last night.
Okay, yeah, it is odd he hasn't been going outside a lot. There's not a lot to do in this immediate vicinity, and, you know, not planning is not the best, his best quality, but, thanks for that donation.
Chicken.
Hi.
Dear Voltafat CC in RuneScape.
Oh,
Chuck you
shit.
Voltafat fans.
Is that you?
ATL
Yeah.
East, I donate to your god.
All right,
Voltafat
brother, we're
yes
about to
man.
have a heart-to-heart,
Your
me
father
and you.
Voltafat doesn't love you.
So I've been watching Ice for about his last month on Twitch. I've donated over $10,000 to this community, as people can reference. I'm 24, own my own business. I moved from Boston to California and LA. I visited Ice one time. Now, that's just my credentials, so you know I'm not one of these fucking incel weirdos. But yeah. Thing about Ice Poseidon is his ego has gotten too big, and it's made him unrelatable. And the reason why people keep calling Voldy is because Voldy is still connecting with his fans, and he's still relatable. Now, what that does to the community is it causes the community to fall out with Ice Poseidon. Then Ice Poseidon does this shit where he's spitting in people's mouths. He's doing all this weird, crazy shit. Makes his community hate him because they used to love the Ice Poseidon that was the weirdo that would do the tongue thing and fuck around on Twitch and make us, you know, a powerful thing. On Twitch, TXs used to be like a cult. Like, it used to be the biggest group. Like, we were fucking kicking people's asses on Twitch. And now it's like, you walk around with TX in your name, people just fucking laugh at you and call you an idiot because of the image Ice is portraying. Now, all Ice has to do to get his fans back is provide some kind of wholesome content or be some kind of fucking something that's not different. He just needs to be himself. The last caller really hit the nail on the head. Now, another thing that's what Ice is doing is he's leaving his community behind when he's ditching people like Mexican Andy. Like, did you see SSJ fucking rip Mexican Andy on the bed? Like, that was the most belittling shit ever. Things like SJC getting fucking the short stick of everything. But you have some druggy bitch like Cassandra who literally, she's just moderately attractive, has no content, and, you know, I'm flaming her, but I'm sure she's a great human being. She's just not a CX.
Right.
Like, she's not. And he's forcing it on us, and she's not that. I fucking personally hate Brandon Hampton, but Brandon Hampton is more CX than Cassandra. And I would rather have that fucking weirdo in the house than Cassandra. Even Sam Pepper. I'd never liked Sam Pepper. I thought Hondra was weird, but you know what? They're actually CX, and they belong to be in that house. We should have, CX house should be all three communities. Should be TTD, should be fucking Pepper Fag, should be Ice, it should be fucking even pedo fucking Asian Andy, as much as I love him and all the weird allegations. That's what CX should be. It should be the core group of every corner of this community under one roof, without all these fucking weirdos like PD and fucking Cassandra. And I mean, God, Tracksuit Andy's weird, but I guess he is CX, as much as I don't like that. But even like the core group of people need to develop under one roof, and that's what it needs to be. And he would have his community back, and he would grow it. Another thing he's doing. Oh, go ahead.
What does, I'm just curious, what does CX mean to you? You said that it's not CX, it is CX. What does that mean?
CX to me is the core weird autism outliers who aren't, you know, aren't the regular calling, aren't your Soda Poppins and stuff like that. Which Soda Poppins is a great guy. He's more of a normie content type thing. CX is like the non-normies, the outliers, the edgy people, like the fucking, it doesn't not everyone needs to be racist and edgy to be CX. But yeah, there is some edgy and racist people. But as long as we can all agree to something, I think that's what makes CX a great community. Like, you see his streams. There's black people, there's Asian people, white people, British people, European people, all these weird fucking people. But we all coexist under, like, the love of the community. And that's what CX used to be. There's a bunch of autists from different sides of the world agreeing on one view, which was basically that, you know, ICE was the weirdo we tend to love. But now it's just like, I cannot see another man spit in a man's mouth. That's just fucking, what the fuck is that? Like, that's, like, even Jake Paulers and low gangers aren't doing that weird shit, which is what the last caller said. It's just, it's not content, it's disgusting, and
So
it's
you-
ego.
So you think that they're
Chicken.
that
We
his
felt
content
like
is
family to ICE.
changing?
When your brother is fucking up, you put him in check. He has betrayed many people, and people are sick of it.
I think
CX is the
ICE is
community
folding
that ICE has
from
betrayed.
pressure, and the only pressure he has is the pressure he's creating for himself. And yes, the Reddit was toxic, but the Reddit's always been toxic. It's just toxic 100% towards him. Like, remember when Sam Pepper was going through with the Reddit and they were destroying him. But you know what? He still was on stream. He's still trying to stream, still trying to pull it through. Same thing with Brandon. Same thing with all the other people that we've actually destroyed on Reddit.
Mm-hmm. So what?
So it's just,
how are you gonna
Right.
get, how does this your idea of sort of returning to the CX roots, does this enable him to like have any growth? Like, how is he going to grow and change and, you know, become somebody else?
If he has this genuine core, it will grow because it will be real content. It won't be none of this weird shit, dude. None of this like PD walking around for 5 hours with his camera trying to kiss men on stream. Like, that's, and they're not even leaving the fucking house. Like, it'd be a different thing if he was out in public doing it, but like, that's not content. It should be him and Sam and him and fucking Brandon locking themselves in a bus smoking 30 pounds of weed. Like, that was actually genuine content. They were hanging out, they were laughing, they were being together. Like, that's genuine stuff. Like, last night with Blade, when Blade and fucking the dude who said the N-word, I forget his name, Keemstar. Yeah, when him and Keemstar were having their little friendly conversations about their past, like, it was wholesome. It was great content. It was okay to watch. Nobody cringed. Everybody was laughing and enjoying with it. Like, that was wholesome content that people can build behind. But like, ICE wants to do the Butler stream, which was doing great. You know, people were loving the Butlers until the weird shit started happening when it was like cultish, and then people started spinning mouths and people were starting to backstab each other. Like, it doesn't always need to be edgy. And you know what's funny is this community has gotten so edgy now because ICE keeps pushing these like types of streams where people are getting their mouth spit on, or people are getting like drinking beer out of someone else's mouth, or someone fucking kissing or putting a finger in someone's ass. Like, that's not what it is. But let's talk about the limo stream. When the police pulled him over and the ball got thrown at the girl, like, the whole community was happy. They're like, finally content. But like, if that is that the extreme we need to go to for a good stream now? We need to have people call the N-words and balls being thrown. Like, it's way too extreme. It's way too extreme. ICE needs to dial it back. Needs to do some positive things. I requested that he did like a Biggest Loser competition with people from LA. Just positivity. Like, let's tone it back from the fucking autism a little bit so we can like reach back to his fans.
I see. So you're giving me two conflicting things. You're saying you want it to go back to the autism, but you want it to be less autistic.
I want it to be more autism where it's funny and cute, and, you know, not cute, but funny and approachable. Like, the flailing arm thing is funny autism. Stupid autism is fucking lying and doing coke and all this other shit, and then like lying to your fans about stuff. Like, that's dumb. It's retarded. It's not autism anymore. It's actually retarded. Like,
right.
Spitting in people's mouths and shit is retarded. It's no longer autism.
Okay, well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, I think I understand a little. Thanks for calling.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one. All right, we're still talking to viewers. I'm interested in people, you know, I've heard a lot about what's gone wrong with the community, what's gone wrong in people's view of what ICE has done, and I'm curious as well, why do you watch him? What did you like about him? And also, you know, where do you see this going? Where do you want it to go? What could he do to fix this? Because it does seem like people are pretty dissatisfied. Hi, you're on the radio. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
You're on the radio. Hi.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. How are you?
Good. So I wanted to talk about ICE and his whole CX network.
Sure.
He's doing pretty good as far as holding it down, but I mean he could definitely switch it up and do better moves to where how the last caller was saying, keeping it autistic. That's like what made ICE in a sense, but he could also just make better moves to where it just more mature, more like smart moves that make him more money, but also can make his whole company look good at the same time.
Okay. What do you think those moves would be?
Definitely stuff that has to require more people being involved.
Okay. Well, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Hi, you're on the radio.
Well, yeah, I just want to say, never mind.
What's that? Okay, can you just hang it on the door? Okay, hold on. This has been outside for like weeks. All right. Thanks. Yeah, so. Thanks, sir. All right, we're talking to viewers. I'm Adrian Chen. I'm writing a book about the CX community. I'm hoping to get some perspective on the mind of the CX viewer. How's it going? You there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Sorry, I just need to turn down my stream. Hi there. You hear me okay?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been watching since about RV Stream 1.
Okay.
And I'm older as well. I'm not going to go over the same points that a couple of the previous viewers have went over.
Thank you.
I'm going to touch on the amount that has been spent by some people. Like the chap there said that he spent 5 figures of a few years supporting ICE. A lot of his community have done that. They've supported him throughout. They've made him. The Reddit, to me, is where I found ICE. It was usually YouTube recommendations, and then I would see his name. He would be on our all of Reddit quite a few times with some funny videos, funny events that have happened. And to me, the Reddit was always positive when it came to ICE. But with certain people that latch on to ICE, it was negative. And some of those predictions that have been made by those people on Reddit have come very true about these nutbag leeches that turn up that only want clout. To look at it at the moment in the mansion, you had Ice Poseidon went to the kitchen the other night, and you had 5 leeches standing round him in a circle just pointing cameras at him. And that's all they're there for. They're just waiting on Ice to come on stream. They're waiting on him to boost the viewers. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. When you look at what he's done to the Reddit this week, Ice has to make an apology to them, and he needs to fix it. Because at the moment, it's very obvious that ICE is trying to turn himself into a brand. He's trying to distance himself from the past, but he's chosen to completely tank his Reddit and slap everyone in the face that supported him over all these years. So when you look at it, first of all, we talk about how IP2 came out, and ignore all that crap earlier from those incel mods that are completely obsessed with these crappy little spats behind the scenes. When you look at Reddit as a whole, there was Ice Poseidon was the place to go to find out about ICE, to see funny memes about ICE, to see what's been happening if you missed, to see funny clips instead of watching through like 4 hours of footage. You could just go and you could click a clip and see something funny for that time. But they decided to shut that down on Ice Poseidon. They gave him titles where you could only put in 4 characters. They started censoring absolutely everything that was stated on there, making people have to make MS Paints of what they wanted to talk about. And that was him fucking with his community.
Right.
It was him saying, yep, I don't care about you guys anymore. I'm going to just say, fuck you. I don't need you anymore. And I can tell you exactly when all this changed from what I've seen over the time as well, is he went to some kind of Chatterbait event with Burger. And at that event, they got free tickets, they got to walk the red carpet, they got into the place, and it was all these cam whores, and it was these kind of porn clout people that were there. And Ice was completely ignored for that evening. When he had the biggest following of everyone in that room, probably, he was completely ignored. He was introduced to a couple of people, some people knew who he was, and he ended up going home alone. He got drunk at the bar, and it was one of the most depressing streams that I've seen. And I believe that that night, he became a very different person. Where it was like he wanted to be the king of IRL, but in a business sense, rather than just being there for the CX community and building his name and entertaining his crew.
That's an interesting theory. When you look what makes you think that? I've never heard that moment being thought of as an important moment.
Well, when you look at this as a business, you've got reality TV. You have things like Big Brother. People phone into Big Brother. People will pay a premium rate number to vote someone off of Big Brother because they're now interacting with a TV show. You get nothing like the interaction that you get when you join a CX stream. You can donate, you can go into chat, you bond with people, you have funny laughs about it. It's an amazing experience to go through as entertainment.
Right.
To be that close to the entertainment. You can influence exactly what's happening on stream instantly. Now, I really don't like the TTS being used in businesses. I really don't like the callers. I don't like the swatters. All of that shit I hate. If you're walking, if I was out for a meal one night and someone sat down next to me with a speaker, and that speaker started insulting me, and then you raise a complaint, and that person gets kicked out of the business, and then that business gets tanked because everyone's voting one
right
on review sites and so on. I think that's absolute bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So now Ice is feeling that because he's having his entire community turn against him. An army that he's built over the years, he's having that turn against him, and he doesn't know what to do about it. This whole call right now feels like a whole PR exercise rather than you looking for stuff for a book. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like Ice is in his room right now, crying, watching the stream, trying to fix what he's done without saying sorry, because he'll never ever say sorry.
That is not true. That's not true. I haven't even talked to him.
The other day, Cassandra's stream the other day, they were posting on the Reddit, they were saying all these things about him, and he came running down from that bedroom to quote every single thread that was posted about who was living in the house, who was moving. It was so bullshit, and it's obvious that he doesn't know how to deal with it. He doesn't know how to deal with PR. He's a business now. He's got his shitty goblin face on GG Sups mugs, but he doesn't have a clue. His name is getting used in news posts about terrorism, about people hacking mayors' Twitters with his name being used in the Twitter, and there's no statement or anything from him to say that's nothing to do with me, no comment to the news. He's a business, and if he wants to be a business, act like it, but
right.
He needs to get rid of the scum from it. All the leeches need to go. You had the guy Chicken Andy yesterday. Chicken Andy turned up at EBZ's house with a YouTube stream that was titled "Going to Fight EBZ." Is that the people that Ice wants on his stream? Is that the CX brand he's trying to produce? Because that guy's been in this house. Mm-hmm. He's been showing up in CX News. That guy should be kicked instantly. If Ice wants to be all positive now, get rid of him. We had the guy last night on Cassandra's stream that looked like he was stealing stuff from the smoke shop. Get rid of him. He's a leech. And he's also doing negative things on stream. Get rid of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all out of there. But be more honest, sit down, actually have a stream and confront them. Don't censor CX News, talk about it. This is probably the most therapeutic thing tonight for most viewers, to be able to air their views. But it does feel like a PR exercise.
I guess I can see why you would say that. Just to be transparent, I have been meaning to get on Voldesad's stream for a while, and he said I should talk to IP2 because I wanted to talk to shitposters to understand where they were coming from, and I just DM'd him this morning to come over, and so that's why we're doing it. So it's not a PR issue. It's interesting that it's turned into a sort of collective venting of the viewers. Why do you think that is?
Because no one is allowed to speak. So far people have been posting on IP2, they've been raising valid complaints on there, but you mention IP2 in a stream right now, and you're instantly banned from a stream chat. Nobody goes on the Discord is full of pedos. It's just a horrible place to go. You don't go near the Discord. Discord is not the way forward for a business that ICE wants to build up. Now, talking about ICE being scared of leaving the house, yeah, ICE probably couldn't go out right now and walk down the boulevard, because all that's going to happen is people are going to come up on him. Some people might come up on him and start attacking him as well to get that clout. The same way that little prick yesterday did to EBZ. That's going to happen. But there are other things he can do. He can do other things. He doesn't need to go around waving his selfie stick showing where he is. He can do other things to create content that is not him sitting in his room playing RuneScape trying to recreate the magic that he had at the very start of this.
What do you think he should do?
He should start by apologizing and try to rebuild his community. He should actually sit down and say, guys, I am sorry. He can open up his scuffed Reddit. He can open up Ice Poseidon 1. He should sit down and address this. SSJ should come on camera and apologise for what he did, hitting streamers' phones out the hand, which was always the #1 rule. You don't touch the phone. He did it. Apologise for all that. Don't just duck behind it and say, oh, it was a joke, because it wasn't a joke. If SSJ was his manager, SSJ should be managing him, not going up and attacking people in his house. He should treat these people like talent. I wouldn't call Mexican Andy talent. I've never watched one of his streams in my life. The guy's just horrible to me. But you don't do that. If he's there in your house, it's a streamer mansion and he's there to stream, don't go up and hit his hand. Don't do that bullying thing.
So you think that the way that they've been conducting themselves basically has shown a disrespect for the community that they were built on, and that in order to move forward, they need to start rebuilding trust and respect between the community.
I believe that from a personal side of ICE, ICE has to have a life outside of the stream. He has to have a privacy. If he wants to go out with that Caroline girl, he should be allowed to go out with that Caroline girl, as long as they're not coming on stream and trying to do the clout maneuver, which she obviously is. She's showing up in reality TV shows. These people like this Kimberly at the moment getting shown to be in photos with Burger and these other streamers previously. It's like these people, he seems to gravitate towards a certain kind of girl, a certain kind of clout chaser. If they want to come on and come on stream, then they need to deal with the feedback they're going to get from the community. But if he wants to keep them private, he can keep them private. Just don't lie to people. How many times has he said he's going to stream at a certain time and not showing up? Is that an insult to your audience? That people are posting tonight saying they're sitting up all night waiting on him to start streaming, and he doesn't? That is a complete slap in the face for them.
I definitely agree with the updating thing. Why not do that? I think I know it will sound like PR and like I'm a yes man, but also once you hang out with, oh, I'm getting a lot of F's here.
Yeah, your stream's dead.
Is it down?
I can still hear you though.
Is it back up? It seems like it's oh yeah. Let me see. Let me try to. I don't know what to do. Let me text all this out.
Right, that's it back.
Is it back?
Yeah, I've got it back. So, I mean, that there is just a perfect example of it. I mean, there's me. I'm laying out some real facts here, and ICE has come. He's come to that door right now with a little jammer to prevent this stream going out because he doesn't want to listen to the truth. That is what's happening there.
Well, I think the jammer is just the shitty internet here. All right. Well, I think that's a lot to chew on. I think
one last thing.
Yeah.
Viewbots. He needs to address the viewbot situation. There's far too much is getting seen to be viewbotted on here, and he needs to address that. It could just be a statement, a factual statement about it, rather than a hand wave and a deflection. But that's not going to go away, and that's going to affect his business if he's looking to be that scammy.
My immediate reaction to what you're saying is that it all sounds very reasonable. I think these are things that he should do. I think your overall theme was sort of a more transparency, more less defensiveness, more honest engagement rather than deflection or avoidance of the issue.
Treat your audience with respect. If you're expecting them to put their hand in their pocket and give you money, treat them with respect. Get rid of the leeches that are there to use you. You can't be that thick to see that they're not there to use you. Then people don't like them being on camera. Get rid of them. Let them do their own streams elsewhere. But don't beg for cash and then slap your audience.
I think the main thing I would say to that is that yes, I don't think communication is good. I don't think that sense of respect is there. On the other hand, I do think a lot of the viewers are very unreasonable in their demands and do seem to not have any sense of compromise or being okay with change, or I think a lot of them are just out to sabotage him from getting bigger, and there's no really negotiating with that.
I think that there is a way that you could explain to the audience why you're doing something. If Ice was to come out and openly state, I will not be streaming Saturday, Sunday because I'm taking a break. That's all he has to say. Hyphonics does it. He says that I'm not streaming this day because I'm taking a break. Say that. Don't do a Twitter and say, yeah, I'll be streaming tonight at 11 o'clock, and then you don't turn up, and all these people are sitting waiting for Ice to show up, and he doesn't show up. And then you lie about it and say, oh, yeah, I was ill, or I was sleeping, or... It's just crap. It's just complete crap. If he wants to keep viewers, if he wants to get... I mean, his whole business is built on donations and people paying to support him. It's not going to happen if he keeps fucking them off. And that Reddit only turned on him when he turned on the Reddit.
Yeah. No, I think you're making some good points. Hopefully Ice and SSJ will listen. I think I can see the other side too, just because I have seen how sometimes it seems impossible to please the viewers, and I can imagine that being frustrating. But thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
No worries, man.
Have a good one. Yeah, I know people like that guy. I do think he had some good points, and I think he got it across without shitting on anybody. And I also saw that people were really upset when I sort of defended Ice and SSJ, but I don't know. It's just when you're here, when you report on this, it's not just this, but you see how complicated it is, how it's not straightforward. I'm still talking to viewers. I am hoping to get some sense of where viewers are coming from for my book that I'm working on. Voldemort has let me take over. In case you're tuning in right now, my name's Adrian Chen. And one thing that the Scottish guy said that sort of triggered thought in me was that I'd love to hear from people who are regular donators to Paul, because I think that's another thing I don't really understand is why do people donate? What's behind that? Let's go to this one. Hi.
I think that's another thing I don't really understand.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Why do you watch Ice?
So to start off with, I'm 26. I work from home. I'm a freelance artist. So as somebody who doesn't have to go into work, somebody who doesn't have to be anywhere most of the day, I can sort of have the freedom to watch what I want when I want. So that's usually why I watch him. Places TV like a lot of people. I'm also somewhat new. I started watching during Zozo. So a lot of unlike a lot of people that have called in that are sort of older viewers, I'm somewhat new. I don't really have much of a idea of what he was like before Twitch or during Twitch. So I mean, I've just seen some of the older videos. I think he just oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, what do you like about it?
So that's sort of hard to explain now. He's it's been harder to like him. I think I'm with a lot of people
Yeah.
that are sort of talking now where, because of everything that's been going on, it's been harder and harder to really like the person that he's become because of all of the lack of outreach to the
Eat
community.
chicken.
You can't,
Who the fuck is this guy?
You know, it's like what one of the older callers called in. They were likening it to being a celebrity nowadays. You know, he's attained this sort of this level of status, and he's still acting like the same old Ice. I think in a way that he has sort of stayed the same, where, you know, he is sort of immature and he's sort of, you know, free in trying to do what he wants. And I think that's also why he doesn't listen to the community a whole lot, or at least it doesn't seem that way. But I also sort of think that in another sense that he is maturing and he is growing, and I think that's why it sort of shows that he's come to the realization that he somewhat regrets what he did back in the early days, when he was sort of baiting donations with the whole racist music and everything.
Yeah, I mean, on some level, I think this is all that coming to fruition, and so how he negotiates that's going to be interesting. Thanks for your call. Somebody just asked who I am. I'm Adrian Chen. I wrote the article in the New Yorker magazine about Paul, and I am now writing a book about CX and live streaming, and so I'm just hoping to talk to some viewers, to understand where they're coming from, why they watch, why they hate, why they love, why there seems to be so many people upset about everything now. And I'm also interested specifically in talking to donators, just because that's a thing that I've never really understood. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Adrian?
Good. How are you?
I'm chilling. I guess I'll start out with, I'm 20.
Yeah.
And I've been watching Paul for like literally since Mexican Andy was like stream sniping him and stuff. That's how I found out about him. It was like a viral like video of like Mexican Andy stalking him and shit. I don't know. So it's been like a little over a year, maybe like a year and a half or something. Maybe, yeah, something like that. I started watching him because I guess the type of shit that they did was like almost relatable to Jackass, you know? And like, it's like, cause like they're doing things that you wouldn't necessarily do yourself, but you kind of want to see someone do it, but you wouldn't want to face the repercussions yourself. So the kind of crazy shit that they did, like even like driving around to LA and like the back of a pickup truck filled with water, like shit like that. It was just like so crazy to see someone doing that and like live streaming it too, instead of just like some YouTube video. And like, I guess I just miss like him just going out and doing stuff like that, but not even just that, just like traveling, and like even his Alaska streams were kind of cool. Like, I don't know, like I just miss like him literally going outside.
Right.
I'd say.
He's not doing much of that right now, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. And
Mhm.
it's like, I would say that I've never donated. I don't even like go. I've gone to the Reddit like maybe 5 times.
Okay.
But
So you
I
really just watch.
Yeah, I really just watch, and I'm in the chat sometimes. But yeah, I've watched definitely.
Chicken.
Like,
I
at
donate
least
frequently and you should
150
try
hours of
it.
streams,
It's
you
a
know
rush
what
to
I'm
see
saying?
the
Like,
streamer and
at
chat
least,
reaction.
Like 25.
If you time it right,
No,
it's
at
actually a
least, like,
beautiful
40 of
thing.
his streams,
You
50
stopped
of his
watching
streams.
Walking Dead when Glenn died because you're
And
racist.
I would
Good
say
day.
that, yeah, in the last year, I've seen like a lot of change. In the last 4 months, I'd say I've
Eat
seen
chicken.
the most change.
You look like my left
And,
nut put a pair of
pretty
glasses
much
on.
like, I think that he's too focused on, he's just putting himself to higher standards than it even needs to be.
Right.
Like last night when Blade was, talking with Keemstar and they're having like a heart-to-heart, Keemstar was bringing up how like him and Blade would just go around doing stupid shit. Like, I think they were filming it and stuff, but like they would literally just go outside and like kind of like, I don't know where they were at. They would said something about like a wood bridge, and every time they got to a wood bridge, they'd have to run across, and like they were just kind of like exploring and hiking and doing all
Don't
that
forget
stuff.
that you're a
And I
FBI
think that the
informant, Mr.
viewers
Chen.
would be
Why don't
kinda
you do
cool
some
with,
real work and
Ice just
exposition
going
Andy and his
outside,
pedo
going for a
Discord?
hike,
Also, Ice
renting
Ken,
some
T go
Ski-Doos
outside
and
anymore
going
because he can be
around, like,
sued now
San
more than
Diego or
ever and
something,
company
like,
is
stuff
involved.
that doesn't cost
Also,
that much
Paul's
money
ego
and
has grown.
doesn't take more than a couple hours to set up, and then he
Yeah.
could just stream like, and I don't know, I just think that he needs to get out there and stream.
Yeah.
And
yeah, he has not been going outside, and I think people are missing that. That's for sure. Thanks for calling.
For sure.
Yeah, just wanted to respond to a couple of the donations there. Somebody said I stopped watching The Walking Dead when Glenn died because I'm racist. You know, I don't know. It's just good to see another Asian guy, but I think he was a fan favorite across all races, so I don't think that's fair to say. And then somebody else said I'm an FBI informant. I'm not. That was based on a stupid rumor, but thank you for that donation as well. And we're still talking to some viewers, trying to get perspective on why they watch, what they like about Ice, and I'm interested because I'm writing a book about this. I've been here for about 4 months now, hanging out.
Donators are so
and,
cringy. Follow Cloud10 on Twitter, Chen.
Okay. And yeah, I'm just hoping to include the viewer's point of view in this as well. Hello? Hello? You're on the radio.
Hey, Adrian, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm pretty good. So I'm probably not good at carrying the conversation. If you have any specific questions, you can ask.
Okay.
But I started watching Ice early on Twitch when he was doing like variety games after his RuneScape streams.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, like 3 years?
Yes. Why did you start watching?
So when I started watching, it was more because the other RuneScape streamers were boring. I would watch a streamer called Mogtime, and there was Bodhi, but they focused more on the game, where Ice was like a background game, and he was focusing on messing around with his audience.
And how have you noticed him change over time?
I think with how he's changed, he just kind of broadened his target market to serve as many people as he can. So, like, if you look at this community, and it kind of goes with how you were talking about how it's basically uncontrollable, you have the people that watch from Twitch, but then you also have the people who, so they don't consider themselves normie, but they watch, their favorite stuff is like PewDiePie, Joe Rogan, smoking weed, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you also have complete normies who are unironically talking in Ebonics and spamming like big facts and shit.
Yeah.
So I think he's just kind of he doesn't have any target market, and he's just trying to. It's like his target audience is boys.
That is true.
20.
That's definitely true. That's probably, yeah.
And how do you control that?
Yeah, I don't know. Are you still watching a lot?
It's kind of something to have in the background, like at night, where when you were on Twitch, it was something you looked forward to, because it was actually
Chicken.
What did Adrian say
But
when he
it's
got
not-
angry?
it's not
Sorry,
bad
I've got a short temper.
I think he's still
Lol.
the same type of person. It's just different content that no one person actually likes.
Right.
It's just something they watch. It's not geared towards any specific person. It's just a certain...
What's that? Sorry, it's just the butler. No, I understand. It's just like it's a pretty scattershot thing. Thanks for your call.
Oh, and then one more thing.
Oh, you got one more thing, sure.
one more thing. So we went over his basic audience, but then he doesn't. I don't think he knows how to run a community. Like if you look at Reddit, I'm not sure how familiar you are with online communities.
I'm pretty familiar.
It was kind of like he took 4chan, Reddit, and Kiwi Farms, or like different lolcow websites, and merged it all into one, instead of actually trying to make a community site.
Yeah.
With any rules.
Right. No, I don't. I mean, there were a lot of rules on the Reddit. You know, there were a lot of mods, and it seemed like it was a pretty big community for a while. And he ran that. So, isn't that something?
But I mean, you can have rules which say like, oh, don't do anything illegal. Any forum has that. But when even something like 4chan subboard, they're not going to allow a bunch of giant threads saying, oh, call this guy, just because it's on 4chan, or just because it's a community that's meant to be edgy.
Yeah.
And I think that means
Chicken. Every time he goes outside, the police get called. Every time he goes into a store or business, callers turn it into a shit show and ruin the content.
And I think
Reddit
that's
callers
about
from
it.
earlier were
Okay,
mad they
well,
lost
thanks
their
for
Reddit
that.
karma when ICE deleted Reddit. Lol.
Well, there's a supporter, one of the rare supporters there. Hello, you're on the radio.
Yo, what's up, H?
Nothing. How's it going?
Jeez, I've been on hold for an hour and 5 minutes.
Sorry about that. What do you want to say?
It's okay. Hey, okay, first of all, my age is 16.
Okay.
My nationality is Syrian. I'm a Syrian boy. And, basically, I'm calling in to talk to you about a major problem that's going on in the CX network, and that is tax evasion. Are
Tax
you ready
evasion.
to hear?
Okay.
Yes. Okay, first of all, do you know those two British guys, Tracksuit Andy and the new butler?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that these guys don't have work visas, right?
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, they don't have work visas because they were even talking about it. So, basically, they're doing tax evasion and they're working illegally because they're not allowed to work on a tourist visa. So they have to have a work visa to work, and so that's an extreme tax evasion. And also,
Okay.
if it was, I'm just gonna say because they're British and they're streaming, nothing is happening to them. But if it was like some Mexican dude that's working like construction and not paying tax, he would be arrested and deported straight away. So that's kind of a thing that's going on because you know.
Are you worried? You're concerned about tax evasion? Do you work
I
for the
feel like
government?
No, I'm saying if other people, especially a major problem that's going on in the U.S. is maybe Mexicans getting deported that work super hard for not paying taxes. But
see.
then you have these two guys, you have these two fucks that are doing nothing, sitting there
Okay.
making money
So
illegally
what do
and
you
not paying taxes.
why do you watch ICE?
I watch ICE because I have nothing to do. That's basically why.
Okay.
And I just wanted to talk about basically how they're like doing like avoiding paying taxes
Chicken.
and stuff.
Mr.
and
Adrian Cheng,
streaming and making
don't lie.
money.
You
and
offered
trying to take
FBI-controlled hacker
advantage
money
of
for
the
NATO
system.
files BTW.
And that shouldn't be happening.
Right.
And even if a single person goes to the IRS and talks about it, they would both be deported. But like, I don't think anybody's gonna do that.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thanks for your contribution. As to the last donator, I cannot comment on my espionage practices. Hello. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. You're asking a lot of questions about the viewers themselves, right? But I want to turn the tables and ask a couple questions about you.
Okay.
Before you start getting uncomfortable and want to hang up the phone, let's just have a real conversation, all right? What are your real intentions out of doing this? Like, why are you always there? Why do you want to write this book? Can you explain that to me real quick?
Yeah. I'm a journalist. I'm a writer. I have written about internet culture on and off for 10 years now I started writing back in 2009 about like 4chan and internet trolls and Anonymous.
Chicken.
And
Hey, journalist guy, why haven't you written a story on Joe Rogan's death? Are you a Joe Rogan death denier? Also,
sorry, I'm
Alex
getting a
Jones
donation
called
now. I don't
Voldsad
really
out and
know
wants
how
to be on his show. Why won't Voldsad let
No
Alex
worries,
Jones
no worries.
on?
I get the idea.
Is
I get the
Voldsad a
idea. My
globalist?
concern with you
Democrat
is,
yuck.
I feel like you're writing this book to exploit a void in the internet as of like this whole, no filter thing, the racism, all that. You want to kind of expose this and bring this to light. So what you're doing is actually going to pretty much be the death of what everyone else is kind of defending. You're going to be putting everything on record, and you're going to expose everything, and it kind of adds to what your history is. I know PD spoke about you shutting down one of his favorite gay websites or something back in the day, and you have a history of doing this. So I don't know how you got yourself into the mansion. I give you props. You manipulate everybody, so I'll give you that. But I know exactly what you're doing.
Well, did you read the article I wrote about Ice Poseidon?
I didn't read it. No,
Well,
I didn't read it. But that's
that's
exactly
why
what
I'm
you
in
just
the
said
mansion.
door.
Is that that's why they have given me access. Is that they felt that I wrote a fair article. It did not take them down. I don't know if it helped them, but it definitely did not expose anything. So
No,
I
but
think
you're
that if you think I'm doing
manipulating
that was the whole meme when I first was reporting a hit piece. I was doing a hit piece, and if you read the piece that I wrote, you will see it was not a hit piece. The fact is,
can I
like, I
explain something
disagree
here?
with a lot of the things they're doing. I think it's bad. For example, all of the racism, all of the sexism, and I wrote that in the article. I will explain that in the book. They all know that I don't agree with it. And it's not a matter of taking them down or not. It's about showing what's going on and trying to understand what this experience is like.
Yeah, I'm on to you. I know you did that article as a way to get in the door, and the big grand slam is going to be the book, which exposes pretty much everything. I see you pull out the tape recorder whenever something racist or anything goes on. A lot of people don't see that. I know exactly what you're trying to do here, and you're going to be the death of the community. I'll tell you the truth right now.
I'm going to be the death of the community.
100%. You're going to put everything on record, right? You have voice recordings, for goodness sake, right? So you know exactly what you're doing, Adrian. And
okay. So does that bother you, or you seem like you're a defender of Ice Poseidon then?
No, I'm not a defender. I'm not like
Chicken.
guys here.
That is how you easel your way in.
watch him every
Write
day.
a good
I saw
piece
the
on
picture you
him.
had earlier.
Make your way in. Then get the good content when they let you in closer now, and now you write a book to expose.
I get what you're saying. I also feel like in terms of exposing them, like, they're doing all of this on their own. They're doing it all in public. The majority of things that I'm recording are also the things that they're doing on the stream. So I don't know if there's much I can expose that they have not exposed about themselves. If that makes sense?
Problem is, here's the thing: is ICE's audience is a very cult community, right? So it hasn't reached the mainstream media quite yet, and that's where you're going to come into play. You even said yourself you're on the left side, so what you're going to do is basically show and exploit what this is, and basically shut it down. And kind of, what you're trying to do is basically be the guy who was able to find this cult following who base off racism and hate and all this, and you're going to be the guy who pretty much exposed it and found it. And that's why you're doing this. You want to be the guy who found this underground, and you're in the scene. You played ICE as a friend, but in reality, you're going to expose everything, and it's going to be pretty sad to see, to be honest. And I feel bad for ICE because you're an intelligent guy. You use that to your advantage, and you basically manipulate everybody in that house. The way you got in the house is you made that one article
Chicken.
and made it seem
Hello,
as if
Adrian. I am the local weatherman. The people are in need of weather
But like I
updates, so
said,
excuse my interruption, but it's going to be 62 degrees with light showers in the greater Los Angeles area.
Okay, well,
if you
thanks,
need
man.
any other
We'll
updates, feel
check
free to
back
use
in
the
2 years
whistle.
when I finish the book, and we can see who's right or not. Have a good one. All right, that was a good one. I'm on the hot seat now. Hey. You're on the radio.
Chicken.
In my
Hello?
personal experience, I wish TTD Militia and Burt Boys and Pepperpools could all be friends and no fan base gets alienated because of
Hi,
steam or
you're on the
drama or
radio.
beef.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Hello? You're on the radio.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hey, Adrian?
Yeah,
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, I heard that you're pretty much asking, why we watch ICE.
Yeah.
And, I watch ICE because I think it's pretty interesting to try to understand how different his audience is. They're pretty much the inverse of what a lot of the other communities stand for.
Uh-huh.
For instance, if you look at
Chicken.
Summit 1G
We know what your
subscribers,
intentions are,
or
you
even,
globalist Democrat
TDN
journalist. You wrote bad articles about
subscribers
Alex Jones a
probably
few
have no
years
issue
ago, and you
identifying who
promoted
they are in real
censorship.
life.
Now you're
So,
bringing your globalist ideas to
ICE community
CX, and you're
stems from
Joe
the
Rogan
fact
death
that people
denier.
anonymously
Stupid
support him
Democrat.
and
I'm sorry.
understand that this is
I'm getting some donations.
Chicken.
Donations, aside from a way to join the convo, is an internet version of a dare. A streamer walks around in public, and
don't
you
know
can
how
shout
to
obscenities
mute
and
this, so
observe
it's very
reactions.
distracting, but-
Just like rowdy kids at a mall without their parents.
I don't know
I'm also
what I
loaded,
wrote
so
about
doesn't
Alex
hurt.
Jones, or if I did. But thanks for the donation. Go ahead.
So, my point is that ICE's community is completely, the inverse of what a lot of the other communities pretty much stand for. Look at Summit and look at CDN the Third's community and those subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. They were paused, so that's weird why they unpaused themselves. Here's refresh. Alright. So that button just pauses and unpauses.
Okay.
No one donate. Alright, you're good.
Thanks. I'll probably be done in like a few minutes.
Alright. I can just stay here then.
Alright. What's up?
Cool,
Okay,
hey,
we're good.
all right. So, again, I'm going to repeat this. ICE's community is basically, the inverse of what all of these other communities are. You look at Summit subscribers, and they probably have no issue identifying who they are. So that form of, anonymity to support him, and I guess the fact that they can get away with, offensive and edgy public comments is
Right.
is fucking actually insane to me. Pretty much, I think, I don't know, man. I used to watch him a long time ago, but very spotty. And once he started doing those like Pokemon Go streams, it got a little bit more interesting. When he moved from Florida to LA, that was kind of when I started, really watching him. And by the way, I'm around 28 years old.
Right.
I pretty much understood that in the past, he never moderated his audience's demeanor. And it was pretty much, haunting him now. And, he was thinking he was probably doing something right because he was gaining such a large following in such a short amount of time. And it seems that now he's pretty much more cognizant over, like, all the degenerate shit that the audience is doing. I guess it's the community. I don't know which part of the community is. I don't know what the percentage is, and I don't think they understand either. But he pretty much overlooked it as gaining a fan base and becoming famous. That's
So
my opinion.
you're saying that sort of the same thing most people have said, right? That he is supporting cracking down on the community. He's not allowing people to be weird and crazy in the way that they were. What do you still watch though?
Yeah, I try to watch, but I think maybe 3 callers or 4 callers ago, this guy pretty much put it. He kind of hit the nail on the head. It was, he's pretty much maturing. It feels like. I feel like, I think we all need to just consider that he's no longer that autistic kid that loves to do all that autistic shit that he used to do, and it looks like he's like, I don't know, he's grown into some sort of like man child, whereas before he was just a kid that was pretty much walking around and doing and saying stupid shit. There was one of the callers that mentioned that he was streaming RuneScape to revive that old audience, but honestly, in reality, he's just playing because he's fucking bored of everything else.
Mhm.
You know, the guy's been getting he's been getting alienated for so long, and for such a long time by influencers and brand endorsers, that you have to feel that what he feels is actually that he's basically turning into his old following, and that following is kind of like a direct interpretation of who he currently is. I mean, have you ever been in that Discord that he's posting? It's fucking cancer. It's like a cesspool of degenerates in there, man.
I don't hang out in that Discord. Yeah, it's very hard to talk to anybody in there.
I logged in once, and it was unbelievable, and I left immediately. So
right,
I think he's basically matured in the past year, and he's trying to hide it from his fan base. Whether it was that whole Caroline thing, and whether it's him sometimes, I don't know, generally compulsively lying. I'll be honest about it. I think it was a result of him maturing over the course of the 2 years, where he
I think that's a good point that nobody has made, is that people grow up and people change and mature, and that, I do get the sense that in order to keep it interesting for him and to keep doing this, it has to sort of track with his own development and his own growth as a person. Like, nobody is interested in the same thing that they were 2 years ago than they are now, right? Especially when you're like young. You said you're 26. Like,
right.
There's a big change between 22 and 24, I think. And
Right.
part of what is going on is not just like, oh, he wants to attract a normie audience or whatever. It's like, you just have different priorities, and I think that, like, I do think he's genuinely sort of like is not as interested in that edgier sort of like really out there stuff, even though some people are saying, oh, he's getting more extreme or whatever. I don't necessarily see him getting more extreme. But yeah, thanks for your call.
No problem.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more calls because I've been at this for a while. This is tiring, yeah.
I took calls for 24 hours.
Really? I don't know how you do this.
It was
Hey, you're on the radio.
Yo.
What's up?
I thought this was the Asian dude.
It's me, yeah, it's Adrian.
Oh. First, let me say, I'm going to try to make this quick. I feel like no matter what you write this apparent book on, whoever buys this, there's guaranteed going to be a problem with it. No matter how biased on one side or the other,
sure,
there's going to be something wrong.
Yep.
So, I mean, in a way, you can really feed off of that controversy, but also in a way, you kind of got to realize that, like, I don't know, I'm fucking high as fuck. Let me just say, really, I just hope this whole like CX thing, I want it to be something I can look back and be like, yo, that was a fucking cool ass time. I don't want it to be something that just like crumbles from the inside out. Like, I hope like just make whatever move. I just hope the CX, whatever the fuck it is, can just work out any problems it has. That's all I want.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely in a transition period. As for the book, like, it's not gonna be a perfect book. I'm sure people will take issue with it, both inside and outside the community. I hope to do a good job. I am, interested in the experience. I think it's a really crazy, unique thing that's going on.
Hell yeah. Hey, bro, I'm going to listen to you. I don't got a lot to say, so I'm going to let somebody else get on the call.
Okay,
but,
I'll get another one. But yeah, I think it's...
But I need you to do me a favor, though.
Sure.
I need you to write something. I need you to include Blade in your book.
Why?
Somewhere. You have to, because he's the OG.
Okay. I actually just did an interview with Blade yesterday, so...
Yes. Good. All right, bro. Take it easy.
Thanks, man. But yeah, I think... I honestly do not know what the book is going to be like. I'm about halfway through. I don't usually start writing until after I report. So I try to keep an open mind. I try not to bring an agenda to it and let the experience and the information I get guide what I write. I think that the article that I wrote, is generally the tone and the content that I'm going to taking the article. Although I don't know, it will totally depend on what happens and what I see and how things unfold. How's it going?
Hi, man. How's it going?
Good. You're on the radio.
Oh, good. It's Burger. How's it been, bud?
Hi, Burger. It's been good.
Well, good, dude. I was gonna say to Ice, what's going on? I mean, he doesn't want to be my friend. I was just gonna see how he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while about you, but I honestly missed the whole drama behind you guys. What happened?
Well, I mean, I don't really know. I mean, he just said he didn't want to be my friend over a text message. I don't really know what's going on, bud.
Oh, well, can't help you there. How have you been?
Well, I mean, I got the CX News. Like, I was on. I helped create that, dude. Like,
Okay, I'm gonna hang up on you. I want to talk to a real good person. Old man again. Is this actually the old man again? Hello? You're calling back?
Hello. It's the old man again.
Hey, old man.
I guess you started out with me, and maybe you should just finish with me.
Okay, sure.
You know, I think you talked about ICE having to evolve and become different. You know, if he's going to continue streaming, he's going to have to evolve and have to change and do more in-depth things. And I think at this point he should focus possibly on doing undercover video type stuff. You know, where if he wants to troll somebody, take his girlfriend into an abortion clinic and those people.
That's horrible.
I mean, at this point, he can't go anywhere with a camera without stalked by callers. So there is a way for him to keep pressing in, but he has to have the do it. You know.
Yeah,
go speak to your congressman undercover. You know, go do something like that. But
yeah. I think that is extremely risky legally to do undercover stuff. So I don't know if he could do that. But thanks for your comment. I want to take one more person who's not you.
No, it's shit already. Know when to say no, man. It's over. You've milked it long enough. Give me Voldemort.
Give you Voldemort? Okay.
Check in with Voldemort.
Okay. No, Voldemort's tired. I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Somebody was in here saying that I used their Reddit post in the article and they had a question. Do you want to call in or let me see? Painful Truth? I don't know.
Hey, if you want to, what you can do is go to that
304
website.
area
All
code,
right,
he said.
Go to that right there.
Where?
Admin portal.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. Find the 304 area code and then move him to the front of the queue.
I don't see 304 area code.
He's not calling in then.
It says 304 area code. He's on hold.
Refresh the page then. Click on the magnifying glass right there. Alright. 304, move to front of queue. Or just copy that number. Yeah. That one.
Hold on. Okay.
Go here.
Hang up.
Hang up. Go to your call box. Oh, they're gonna keep calling.
Oh, that's him.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Hey, is this Painful Truth?
Hey, Mr. Chin.
What's up?
I'm so glad I got through finally, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Thanks for calling. Did I actually use your Reddit post in my article?
Let me ask if something rings a bell to you. A 35-year-old retired combat veteran with 2 kids and 2 ex-wives.
Yep.
That's me.
Okay.
And that's why I wanted to get in, because I wanted to share a little bit of my feedback from that post and also ask you a question about you actually using that post.
Sure.
All right, so how I came about, and also to answer your question and why you've done this, how I became a viewer was around the 2016 election era. there was a lot of things that was coming to the forefront as far as people was pointing out specific things in entertainment that was influencing our culture in quite a few different ways. And I think there's a big demographic in America that is looking for entertainment. And the sad fact of the matter is that that same demographic is being really neglected from entertainment because of what is on mainstream media so much. And if you look at the type of entertainment that's on TV, that's in Hollywood, that's in music, there is a certain specific taste that is in all those types of entertainment. So there was one streamer named Baked Alaska, and I know he's not too popular around CX, I understand, but he was streaming and I was watching him at the time. I'm a big-time Trump supporter, or at least I was at that time. And Baked Alaska would say Ice Poseidon. He mentioned his name numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, who the hell is this guy? So I went to Ice Poseidon streams, and I immediately fell in love with it. I was like, damn, this guy's cool as fuck, man. Like, you don't see shit like this on TV. You don't see it on the internet. You don't see it anywhere. Like, this is a very unique kind of entertainment. And I would even promote Ike to other people that I knew. And it seemed like over a period of time that the type of entertainment that Ice Poseidon was giving us sort of changed a little bit, in my personal opinion.
Right.
It seems like it's gotten to be more mainstream like more, not saying that it's like mainstream, but it's almost like it's mirroring mainstream more than it used to.
Right. More normie, as they say, yeah.
Exactly. And I'm still watching. I'm still a full-fledged fan. I don't donate, and I'll go ahead and put that out there. I don't know if that makes me disliked by Paul or whatever, but so be it. And I don't, well, I won't even share that part about donating. I have donated, but I won't get into the story behind it. But anyways, my question for you is why did you use that post specifically?
I felt like it symbolized a certain kind of viewer, and a certain kind of person who, for example, likes Baked Alaska, because of his sort of like, you know, I know he's sworn it off or whatever, but of his sort of like, at the time, very like explicitly like white nationalist sympathies, and sort of like, you know, going down to Charlottesville, saying, right, you know, making a meme out of basically being a Nazi. And I think that there's a group of people in the Ice Poseidon community, and I talked about this with the other viewers, who are sort of like, you know, the edginess is not ironic. They are sort of like really motivated by sort of feeling like SJWs and like, you know, minorities are taking over the world, and that, you know, they need to sort of like defend white people. And I think that that's what your post was sort of saying, right? Was that
well, I just want to say this too, and then I'll get into answering your or feedback to what you just said. I won't say that I'm a supporter of Baked Alaska, and I am no way, no how into being a Nazi or hating on a certain demographic or race of people specifically because they're race. Matter of fact, if you want to know the truth, if you could even look at the chat record, I've probably supported EBZ more than anybody. And that alone, and I'm not virtue signaling, I'm not pandering by no means. I think, honestly, EBZ has been targeted as a certain type of black person in America when he's not. And it's actually, it goes against, really, it goes against trying to bring us together by the whole N-word donations and the N-word posts and shit. I don't agree with that whatsoever at all. But getting back to mainstream media and entertainment, what I did include in that Reddit post had to do with homosexuality or gay content. And I'm also not a hater of gays, just so everybody out there knows. I've actually noticed that there's a large portion of fans in CX that I think supports that whole movement, and that's okay. But at the same time, they need to realize that there needs to be entertainment for people that are not for that movement. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Not hating on it, but I'm just saying, from my perspective, in my opinion, a big portion of mainstream media and entertainment in Hollywood is shoving that stuff down our throats when I don't agree with that at all. So, anyways,
yeah. I think I understand, and I think, though I'm looking at it now and the way I put it in the article, maybe it was a little confusing. You know, you're a conservative guy, right? And you have these views of, for example, that Hollywood is anti-white. That's what you say in the thing. I don't agree with that, and I think that.
And I respect your opinion.
Yeah,
I totally respect your opinion.
I'm not saying that you hate minorities or anything, but I think that viewpoint is often shared by people who do have a certain resentment towards minorities and sort of, you know, I think that's what I was talking about, you know. And
okay, I respect that 100%, and
Sure.
I agree with you. And I think that's the misconception. I think that's the misconception amongst this whole divide and conquer mentality that's going on. It is like everybody has to be in a certain box. Like you've got to be in this box or that box, box 1 or box 2. And it's like people are more flexible than that. Like everybody has their own independent viewpoints. Like you can, you know, you can be for racial diversity, but at the same time point out that something seems like it's targeting against a white person or a gay person or a straight person. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, either way though, I still want to say, in the end of this, it's really fucking cool that you used my Reddit post. I was like, I didn't know what to think, man. When I was watching Ice Poseidon, he played it over the where the damn mechanical voice or the computer voice was playing it out and shit. And when it went over that point, I wasn't watching. I was just listening. And I heard that play out, and I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Okay, well, I'm glad you liked it. And, you know, thanks for responding to that original post, and thanks for being civil with me, even though I don't necessarily agree with your politics.
Absolutely, man. And also I want to say, too, it was a good article. It was a great article overall. I enjoyed it a whole lot. I didn't only listen to it, but I read it myself. And I respect a lot of people who write and who are, I guess you could say, artists with their words and their vocabulary. And I think you have a true gift in that, for sure.
All right. Thanks, man. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, wow, that was a lot.
4.5 hours of calls. I appreciate it.
So my cut will be, you can Venmo me? Or,
absolutely.
All right.
Half of it.
Okay, thanks everybody for sticking around and generally being not super mean.
I hope you learned, and I hope you could use some of the information you got.
Yeah, I definitely did. I definitely learned a lot.
You're good in front of the camera, too.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
One question.
Oh yeah, do you have a question?
No one reads books in my generation. Will it be an audiobook?
I'm pretty sure there will be an audiobook.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need an audiobook.
Yeah, I know.
I would listen to it. I know a lot of people would listen to it, but I know so many people who don't
That's the
care to
thing
read.
is, like, I would love everybody in this community to read the book, but I mean, Paul didn't even read the article.
Right.
Like, it's about him.
Sure.
And it's much shorter than the book's going to be.
Yeah. Get an audiobook.
Okay.
Cool.
All right,
I'll see you up
man.
later. Whew. Okay. Let me unpause donos. Yeah.
Chicken.
Yes.
Tell Volda to host me.
You got it wrong, Rip Andy. Oh, that was 4.5 hours of XP waste. Feels fucking bad, man. Well, we only got one dono anyway, so it's all good. Yes, an audiobook would be amazing. Well, I want to end it right away, but I did start my stream at 8 a.m. and it's 5 p.m. But I feel bad because I haven't done shit in the past 4 hours except watch the stream. So I'll get a few more calls. Yeah, chat, what'd you guys think? Did you guys enjoy talking to him? I thought it was great to have him on for a while. It takes another person's perspective rather than I don't know Andy. I'm glad to be back too. But yeah, I thought it was pretty fun of him. Hi, you're on the radio.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, there we are, finally.
Yeah,
Our waiting queue.
Uh-huh. You were one call away from talking to Adrian Chen. How's that feel?
That's pretty a shame, you know.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I'm also a RuneScape player,
Nice.
so what's up, man? There you go. Anyway, did you finish your 99 wood cutting? I haven't been watching your streams that much. I can't really keep up.
I sure did. I'm working on fishing now.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you.
Well, what do you want to talk about since Adrian's now gone? There's no real...
Just anything but Ice Poseidon at this point, man. I'd love to actually have conversations that are not related. That was a lot.
Well, yeah, that really was 4 hours worth of how's Ice Poseidon stream.
I'm pissed off at Ice Poseidon. That was long. He took calls for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time, man. I couldn't sit here and do this.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't really know. I mean,
it's all good.
Start up a conversation, man.
Oh, fuck.
Give us something to talk about.
I don't know Andy. Back at it again with I don't knows. I don't want to end the stream. Because I do enjoy it. Anything but why do you watch Ice Poseidon? Too many I don't why do you watch Ice Poseidons? Why are you playing RuneScape, buddy? Did you play it as a kid or did you just discover it?
Okay, I played it when I was like 7 years old. I really didn't do much. That was really old school. My account actually got pushed to RuneScape 3.
Yes.
That account only was 75 attack, maybe 75 strength, defense. I was just getting to where Bandos, and I was stoked. That was the greatest shit ever. I had so much fun. And then I had to restart. Yeah. So I started over. I was on the grind. I actually I'm 99s now for attack, strength, defense. I'm working on range, magic, and whatnot.
Congrats.
I mean, right now I'm sort of taking a break from that. You know, I can't sit there and grind all this out all the time. It's, you know, I have better things to do. I'm still in school. I'm probably one of the younger viewers here. So
got it. All right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
stay in school. Don't let RuneScape take up too much of your school time. It did for me, and that was a mistake.
Oh, and wait. I have one question.
Okay, what's your question?
I used to watch you when you were on Twitch.
Okay.
So, you know, you run around boozing bank. So here's the thing. You never learned to PK.
No,
What's up with it?
There's just there's so many people who are better than me at PKing, man. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, shoot, if you ever want to take on the task of doing that, it'd be very entertaining to watch for any of the RuneScape fans in the chat, which
sounds good.
Seems
man.
like you got a lot of ICE's viewers who are sort of going rogue on them. So
yeah, I did a straw poll a few streams ago and asked the chat what they thought of RuneScape, and I think it was like 90% said fuck RuneScape. I don't give a fuck. So Yeah, even though it is the pillar of what created all of us. Anyway, you there? Hello? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, have a good one, man.
Peace, homie. Thanks for calling in.
Good luck with the grind.
Yep. Those are good callers that that talked to Adrian, actually. I liked a lot of you. Yeah, it was interesting. Purple Army Hotline, you're live on the radio. How can I help you?
Oh shit.
Yeah. What's up, dude?
Yeah, I forgot the Asian dude's no longer on, is he?
Yeah, it looks like the queue's up to 50 minutes right now. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna share some of my impressions on like the significance of donos.
Sure.
Do you give a shit?
Yeah, go right ahead. Can have this
I was
conversation.
thinking about it. I kind of see donos as like two different things. Like, it's one way to contribute or interject into the conversation, of course, but it's also kind of like an internet dare when you're out like IRL streaming. It's kind of like a bunch of rowdy kids at a mall that can just shout obscenities and like run away. And that's kind of how I thought about donos. It's like
Donos IRL are a whole different category. I think behind a computer with headphones on, donos are like to show support or to interject your thought like into the stream. IRL donos though are just to get a reaction.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's it.
All right. Well, it was good talking to you, buddy.
See you, Boldy.
See ya. Oh, man. Purple Army Hotline, you're live on the radio.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. What's up, dude?
It's Pilot.
Oh, hey, Pilot.
Volt, well, sucks that Adrian left, but anyways, how you been?
I'm good.
Damn, how long was the stream? 8 hours?
Yeah, I started at about 8 o'clock. It effed quite a few times, but yeah, I've been live for 4 hours. Adrian took 4 hours, and now we're on hour 8.
You don't want to talk about ice anymore, right?
Not necessarily. I heard so much about it. I thought Adrian did a good job, but I heard a lot about it.
Yeah. I mean, well, I watched him during during July when he was a no jumper with Hampton Brandon and fucking Fousey Tube and shit. That was a whack time, but
sure,
it was a good time though. But anyways, like he's like I don't want to say a lot, but anyways, he needs some help. Like I love him and all, but he really needs some help like from his friends. Like his true friends need to help him out. Like to be honest, like you got like I know you're his true friend. Like you've been with him for like since like he started and shit. But I hope one of you guys like help him out and stuff like. I just want to give like a little bit, not gonna talk like a lot about him and shit.
Absolutely.
But yeah. I wonder real quick.
Yes.
How much do you charge for an on-screen advertisement?
$10.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Oh, don't do it next stream because I'm about to end the stream, so you're not going to get your money's worth. Yeah. Do it at
when is the next stream?
Tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow, and then
what time?
Earlier the better. Probably around 7 or 8 a.m. like always.
Well, I'll have class, so I'll probably like. When do you finish? Like at night, like 5?
Most streams are about 6 to 8 hours.
All right, bet.
Yep.
Well, it was good talking to you, both.
All right, good talking to you as well.
Take care, bud.
All right, see you, buddy. Bye. Yeah, on-screen advertisements at the end of the streams aren't worth it because you're not getting much airtime with it. But at the beginning, that's when your money's worth for sure. Hey, buddy.
Hello. Yo.
What's up?
What's up, Voldemort? How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Andy.
How are you, Mexican Andy? I know.
I'm just chilling, dude.
Nice.
Just chilling here.
Where are you?
Just somewhere else.
Yeah, I noticed when I was watching Adrian, you weren't in your room.
Oh, I know I wasn't.
Yeah. So, are you coming back home?
I'll be back tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to say hi to Laura?
Oh yeah, I'll say hi to Laura.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Laura. Are you having a good time with Mexican Andy?
I'm having a good time, yeah.
That's excellent. Mexican Andy's a good kid. I'm glad you two got to hang out together.
How have you been?
I've been great. Never better.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Hell yeah, dude. Is Mexican Andy showing you a good time in LA?
Yeah.
What'd you guys do so far?
Good. We've been to Hollywood Boulevard. We've been to, where else did we go? Remind me.
Downtown.
Downtown LA. Yeah, I've seen some sights.
Hell yeah.
Seen some crackheads.
She sees some crackheads. I'm like, man, when you go to downtown, she gonna see some crackheads. And guess what?
What?
Crackheads everywhere. Just train, fucking streets, everywhere. Crackheads everywhere, man. Like.
Yeah, that's
And
LA.
so,
That's
like,
LA for you.
Yeah, that's what I told her. Like, that's LA. Like, if I see that every day, I'm like, okay. Like, I just ignore her. Like, man, let's
Fuck.
go LA stuff.
Yeah.
And also, here's one weird thing too. So we're at the Boulevard,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just walking to the Chinese theater, and we
Okay.
went to this little mall. So we went there just chilling. We were taking pictures, stuff like that. It was just for her.
Okay.
And then what happened is that we went back over here, where we are right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I get an Instagram DM, and it's like this. I don't know who it was, but it's like a meme Instagram page,
Okay.
and like it's a picture of us, like from behind. I'm like, somebody literally took a picture of us.
Wow.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's kind of like, it's like a paparazzi thing. Like, I swear, like somebody just took a picture of us, like everywhere, like in 1600 Vines, for example. Like we were
Right.
there, and somebody took a picture. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then we're
Chicken.
in Chinese theater.
Tell
and-
Mexican
and
Andy
somebody
I'm
took
here
a picture
because
there,
of
like,
him.
What the fuck? I don't know. It's funny, but fuck it.
Susan Rottencrotch just donated saying that she's watching me because of you, and that I guess that you influenced her. So that was nice.
Yeah, she says that on the daily. That's cool.
Oh,
Nice
okay.
of you. You do it.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, she says that on the daily.
That's awesome.
just
So
relaxing.
you're only going to hang out with Laura for one day, or is she coming back to the Yes Mansion?
I mean, if she wants to come back to the Yes Man shit, it's up to her.
Okay.
But I don't know. What if they kick her out? No, I'm just kidding. It's not the Laura from the. It's not the Russian Laura.
No.
In case you're wondering.
I've met
No,
this.
no, it's
I
not
met,
that Laura.
I met
No.
this Laura at RuneFest. She's a nice girl.
Yeah. Fuck the other Laura.
Yeah,
This is
I
the
agree.
real Laura. Yeah, I'll take her. I'll take a stream out. It's up to her if she wants to go to the Yes Mansion.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Cool. I'm
I
glad
don't
you
know,
two are
what
having
I-
fun. That makes my heart pound and feel all warm inside. That you two are having a good time.
Yeah.
Aw.
Had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be back there tonight, though, Voldy. I mean, I know if you see somebody in my music room, I mean, it's fine because Cassandra DM'd me about she wants to use my setup. She wants to do a gaming stream in my setup. I'm like,
Cassandra
okay,
wants
whatever.
to game. Okay.
I know. She told me about it, but I said go ahead because I don't have shit in my laptop. Like I don't.
Fuck.
I mean, my PC. I don't have nothing to hide. So I mean,
Okay. Well,
it's
that's
like,
good. Yeah. No. If you're a streamer, you definitely shouldn't have anything to hide because you're gonna accidentally show it. I made sure before I started streaming to wipe my computer and do all my dirty business on my phone.
Well, I have it. I use Safari, so I don't use Chrome because if I use
Mhm.
Chrome on my phone, it'll be on sync.
No,
to
that's
my
that's
fucking computer. Yeah.
shit.
So-
Thank you for
So
the
you
warning.
have a fucking you have a Note 8, so that means you use Chrome, so that you probably sync to your PC.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
next thing you know, you put www.x and whoop. Rip.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the warning.
No problem, Boldy.
All right.
But yeah, I'll be back tonight though. I'm like around, I don't know, 10 p.m., 11. I'm not sure yet, but
Sounds good, buddy.
I'll be back around that time. I'll
Alright.
see what's going on,
Cool.
and I just want to go outside tomorrow, like go on the beach and shit,
Nice.
and have fun.
All right.
Yeah. I waited almost an hour, Boldy.
Well,
God
I hope it was worth it, buddy. Thank you.
It's worth it. I
Yeah.
don't mind.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, I'll let you go here. I'm
cool.
Keep relaxing here.
Good
and,
talking
I
to you.
hope you have a good night.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I'm going to try to get through all the rest of the callers, and then I'm going to end the stream. So 925 area code, you're the last caller. Anything after that one, I'm not going to pick up. So no one else from this point on call.
Chicken.
Yes.
Tracksuit taking all the L's LM woo oh oh ooh ya 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 pedo Andy
Yeah.
cucksuit Andy can't wait to see UK Laura visit the mansion.
Well, Tracksuit's not really here anymore. Good on Mexican Andy, though. Anyway, I'm going to take the rest of the calls that are in the queue, and then I'm going to end the stream. Purple Army Hotline, you're live on the radio. How can I help you?
Oh shit! I forgot I was in here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you're here now.
Wait, is Adrian still there?
No, Adrian's gone.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. You were on the hold for a long time because Adrian was talking to everybody for
bad.
quite a while.
Okay, no. Okay. Are you gonna end the stream soon?
I'm gonna take all the calls that are left in the queue, and then there's 10 calls left, so I'm taking 10 more calls.
You know what I want to do? I want to switch things up. You ask me a question.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. You ready for this?
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Yeah,
Ready?
I'm
gonna
holding
do
on.
the whole thing. Purple Army Radio.
Hey there. I just wanted to talk about Steve Jobs.
Okay. What about him?
All right. I'm just tired of him cucking content. What do you have to say about that?
Oh man, I hate to be a yes man
Mhm.
and pander to the Reddit, but I just have to agree. So I mean, I guess I deserve to be in the yes mansion, right?
I guess so, buddy.
Is that your only question?
Yeah, that's my only question, man. I'm
right.
brain dead. I've been live for 8.5 hours. So I'm a little tired.
It's all right. It's
Yep.
all right, caller. You have a great day.
All right, thank you. Oh my god. Purple Army Hotline. Hello. Yo, what it do, man?
Yo, Volty Fat.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, dude. I'm just lit, you know.
Lil
I'm
Daddy
lit,
Plays,
yeah.
1 second. Lil Daddy Plays, stop spamming my chat. Yes, you re-uploaded Ice Poseidon content and you're shocked that your channel got banned. I know you're fucking like 14, your YouTube channel is all you have, but like, I'm not here to help you. I can't help you with your banned YouTube channel for re-uploading Ice Poseidon content. I'm sorry. Christ. Okay, what's up?
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Dude,
Lil Daddy Plays has been just spamming my fucking chat all day long.
Whoa, dude. Must be so lit right now in
Oh,
that
yeah.
mansion.
It is.
I just want to ask, how you been, dude?
I'm doing good. I took 2 days off after my 24-hour stream, and I was feeling really bad, like lost my direction. So I'm glad to be back in front of you guys. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, that's good, dude. I just want to, come and ask how you been,
Yeah, I've been good.
No one ever talks about you, dude.
Well, thanks.
Everybody just want to brag about Paul and stuff.
Well, I appreciate it.
So, have a good day.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Lit, dude.
Hell yeah, we lit. Christ almighty. Purple Army Hotline. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what up? I just want to say that I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
CX in the chat, boys.
Thank you very much.
All right, take it easy, Bold.
See you, buddy. All right. Purple Army Hotline.
Hey,
Hey.
Conger Bandy, 420 in the chat.
Oh, I'm about to do that right now. Hey, great stream today. Hey, thank you, Michael Metz. It was Adrian really helped me out, and I'm happy that he took calls with me for 4 hours. I hope it helped him out with his book too. Hell yeah, brah. Nice rip.
One more thing.
Yeah, what's up?
Never mind.
Oh, of course. Of fucking course. Purple Army Hotline. Alright, I think we're gonna get to these callers pretty quick. I said we'd end with 925, so that's like 6 more callers away. Purple Army Hotline.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I want to ask you about the Butlers.
What about the Butlers?
Which ones are left?
There's only 2 left, and they're the 2 that are permanent. We got Nigel and Lucha.
Nigel's there for good?
Yeah, and Lucha as well.
Oh. Can you get Nigel right now or no?
No, he's doing his own stream.
Oh, he's doing his own stream?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch him, man. He's really cool.
I like him too. I'm gonna give him a host once we're done with this stream.
Are you gonna host him?
Yep.
Right on.
All right. I'll see you later.
All right, man. Take care.
Take calls until the queue is cleared. The queue will never clear, man. I'll take. When I looked at it, I said I would take it up to the final call, and that's 925. So that's gonna be the last one I get to. Purple Army Hotline.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I just want to call you a fucking nigger as you will.
Okay, we're gonna get to this final call very, very quickly. Hi, Grandma.
Oh,
Pumpkin, I got startled. Hi, sweetie.
Hi. What's up?
I love you.
I love
Listen,
you too.
that Chinese guy hung up on me. Did you know that?
Yeah. He wanted to talk to real people.
I'm not real?
No, not according to Adrian Chen. You're not real.
Well, that's just fucking rude.
Yeah.
Also, I was talking in the Discord today to the boys, and I was having a really good time. And Max, the weatherman, came in, who was just hysterical, and I love him. But he, honest to God, asked me if I'm a guy.
Oh, that's rude.
He really did.
That's
rude. It wasn't rude. I don't think he meant it to be rude. I think he really didn't know. He asked me if I was a guy.
Okay.
I mean, I laughed, but I told him I wasn't. And what else did I want to tell you? I have a joke for you, Voldy.
Okay.
And I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you.
And I'm glad you're gonna be back to regular streaming tomorrow, right?
That's right.
Okay. And did you eat good today?
Yeah, the Asians made me sausage and eggs.
Well, they're good for something, aren't they? 'Cause
Yeah,
from what I hear,
they're-
they don't do.
Well, I guess it's a changing day today.
They don't do anything
Mm-hmm.
else. Okay. So, why do Negroes have white palms?
Grandma, that's not appropriate.
What?
That's not appropriate.
What is it? Okay, so the fact that I asked why their palms are white, or the fact that I used the term Negroes?
I would go with the first one more than the second one.
Well, I can't even tell the whole joke if I can't. Okay, then I won't tell it.
Just fucking go. The chat's curious.
Okay, because when God spray painted them, they were leaning up against police cars. Now, do you know why they have? Do you know why they have big nostrils?
No, I don't want to fucking know. Oh my fucking God, Grandma. Holy fuck. Turn that shit off. I don't want you to hear that.
I don't want to fucking know. Oh my fucking God.
Hello?
What? What's up, dude?
Oh, what's up, man?
Hi.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Who do you think killed JFK?
Isn't it like Lee Harvey Oswald?
No. Fuck that shit. I mean, like, seriously, who do you think killed JFK?
The CIA.
Yep.
Yeah, dude,
CIA.
that's it. No doubt.
I'm about to take this fat bong rip.
Hell yeah, dude. Hit that shit, my dude.
Oh yeah, dude. You got that theory right. This one's for you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, took that shit off.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's milky as fuck, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Ooh, fat
Have a good rest
ribs.
of your day.
Peace,
Watching
homie.
from Minnesota.
Fuck yeah. Alright, see ya. Alright. Purple Army Hotline. Hello?
Oh, Voldus.
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Are you? I'm good, man. So were you sitting in the room while Chen was on the thing?
No, I went out a little bit.
What do you like him?
Yeah, I like Adrian. Everyone, it's funny because everyone likes him and everyone
I think
trusts
he- him
and everyone tells him
I think-
everything.
I think he's a weirdo.
Oh, okay. Why's that?
Because I think he's like, I don't trust him. Like, I think there's something funny about him. I don't know what it is, but I don't know if I'd go as deep as some of the other people, but I definitely think he will fuck over our society if he thinks it will help him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, but I'm just telling you, everyone
That's what I
does.
think.
Everyone here loves him and trusts him with every bit of information.
But that's the sign of a good manipulator. Do you know what I mean? When they gain your trust, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I want to talk about more serious issues. Okay?
Wonderful. I'm ready for it.
I want to talk about Kimberly.
Okay. What about her? What about her?
I want to talk about how good she looks naked.
Oh, I don't really want that on my airwaves.
All right, well, I'll forget that. I
Okay.
don't want to get on in your bad book.
Sure.
I don't want to get on your wrong side. You know.
Okay.
I know you're Serbian, and you're like 7 foot. If you snap, like, I don't know, you might kill someone. You know.
Sure.
But anyway, so I don't know. How's the Cactus Cooler going? Seriously, how's it going?
I haven't been drinking it lately.
What, you going healthy? Yeah.
Yeah, drinking more water.
What about the weed? How's the weed going?
I don't have any weed either right now.
What, are you trying to change to the better, Voldemort?
No, I still want to smoke a lot of weed for sure.
How do you feel after that stream? Have you recovered or do you feel shitty still?
It took a couple days, but I feel back to normal now. I'm just gonna let that.
You
pause.
can't go out in
there
the
we go.
sun, can you? But I think, can you do IRL at night, please? Can you go and do it at night?
I'll go do some IRL at night later on.
I think you should. Like,
I will,
outside in public, Voldemort, you're...
Okay.
At night, you know, it solves the problem, doesn't it?
Yeah,
you know, it solves it.
It sure does.
You'll blow up, Voldemort. You're gonna blow up IRL at night with Voldemort.
Okay, I'll try to give it a shot.
It's gonna work, Voldemort.
Alright, my pool's fucking on fire. Fuck, dude, I gotta go. Jesus Christ, what the fuck was the point of that one? Purple on me, hon.
Hey, hello, Voldemort.
Hey, man, what's up?
I don't know, dude. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, I just want to say a couple things.
Alright, I'm ready for your things.
First of all, Adrian is the worst politician ever. Look at the clips on YouTube. Look at those clips on YouTube. Everything that goes wrong, he always blames it on the Russians.
Sure.
Okay, and second thing is, can I teach you how to curse in Arabic?
Yeah, as long as it's not a racial slur, I'll learn.
No. We don't have any racial slurs in Arabic. Okay.
Good.
Say "Tulhas pleasy," which means lick my ass. Say "Tulhas pleasy."
Luhasleasley.
Tulhas pleasy.
Luhasleasley.
Boys, Clifford and shit there. Okay. And say "Kol khara."
Kol khara.
It means eat shit.
Got him.
Good. Okay, dude, I just want to say you're the best guy on the CX network, and to be honest, like, if something terrible happens to you, I would actually cry, because that's how much I like you, dude.
Oh,
You're
thanks,
the best
man.
guy
That's really sweet of
I've
you.
ever watched.
I take that.
Okay.
That's nice of you.
And I wanted to say, I went to fucking Walmart to buy Cactus Cooler. Those bitches don't have it.
No, it's only in California.
Only in California?
Maybe like Oregon or
Maybe Amazon might
maybe
have it.
Arizona, but yeah, I don't know. Nothing but
Yeah,
California. that I
I
know.
probably can buy it from like fucking Amazon or something.
Sure.
Okay, man, I just want to say have a great day, bro.
Cheers, mate.
Good job on the streams.
I appreciate it.
See you, bro.
See you.
Don't forget, ship it and clip it, boys. Bye.
Ship it and clip it. Purple on me, hon.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
I fucking hate niggers, dog.
Okay. Well, thank
They're
you for
so
getting
fucking...
my queue shorter. Purple on me, hotline.
Yo,
What's up?
dude?
How are you?
Fuck, I was gonna do an accent. Okay, my bad.
That's okay.
Anyway, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna ask if you were interested in like purchasing my daughter.
No, I'm gonna move on now. Well, that was 925. That was my last call. We only have 3 calls in the queue. All right, let's get to them. Hey there, what's up?
Voltasad.
Yes.
I love you, brother.
I love you too.
That's all I want to say, man.
Voltsad.
Take
Mr.
care.
Adrian
Thanks, buddy.
stopped watching The Walking Dead when Glenn died and proceeded to tell us the show wasn't good because there weren't any more Asians in it. Why is he the worst racist in this community?
I mean, there's worse, I think. Purple on me hotline.
Hi, Voltasad.
Hi, friend.
I'm like the 4% of the woman that watches the CX.
Congratulations.
And I'm having withdrawals. I think
From
it's
what?
real.
Jaws from what?
Because nobody is freaking streaming.
Okay, well, I'm
No
about to
one.
end it. We got Butler's stream, and we got Grimoire.
No, but I want you to slap the crap out of everybody and tell them to get their shit straight. We're tired of this.
Fix your shit or quit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Voldy.
No problem. I'll let them know.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right. Well, that was the final caller. Everyone else just called in, so we've gotten to everyone. You gonna bless our stream with one final bong rip?
Fuck yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, get to it.
I am fucking here.
Get to it, buddy.
Bong Rip Andy. 420 in the chat.
This is going to be the closing sound to our stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Hell yeah, dude. We started at 8, so it's been like 9 hours. I need to get food. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed Adrian Chen. I sure did. And I will see you guys in the morning. And with that, we are going to close it with a fat bong rip. Have a good day, friends. See you later. Hell yeah, dude. That was great.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, man.
See ya. All right. Adrian did most of it. Yeah, I agree. Adrian did do most of it. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a good day. Yeah, I'll be alive tomorrow. Bye-bye, friends.